just do that then. It's like
nailed it. Yeah. Hey everyone, not cool in high school. Anthony here.
Skittles.
Got a full table. No Jason tonight. His daughter's sick, and he has to stay home and make sure she's okay.
You ever hear the Jerky Boys thing? It's like, my daughter's sick, my wife is sick. She's like, you, boy, what can I do for you, sir? Shut the fuck up. That's when we get sick on pizza. That's what I immediately popped in my head.
Oh, God.
So this is a complete winged episode. I think the only thing that's planned or structured is the topic.
I don't do anything predetermined.
Fuck it, we're winging it.
Full set is done. We got this new building. We're not in the kitchen anymore.
It's feeling good.
Yeah,
I love it in here.
Yeah, it's top secret base on a volcano.
I really like the deprivation tank. I checked that out on the way in.
Yeah.
Your secretary showed it to me.
Yeah, where we do DMT. Yeah. We do drugs with Joe Rogan. He's in the studio next door.
Still doesn't like me either.
Yeah, Kevin Smith's on the other side.
It's awesome.
Yeah, we're doing really well, man. It's all because you guys keep hitting that thumbs down. You're killing it for us. No, but if you're here, hit that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, if you're watching it audio, hit the follow button.
Ring the bell.
Ring the bell on YouTube and follow on audio because some of the you got it. Yeah, you had the whole time to open a can and you waited right. Oh, we're live?
He's opening a Steve Weiser.
So...
I like how Ben's like, I'm going to take it easy. I don't want to drink anything tonight.
Yeah.
White Claw.
It's like having 1 Miller Lite.
Yeah. I like to hydrate once in a while.
You're not going to drink any booze at all, and then you drink booze.
Listen, he had major surgery. On his elbow.
He's down. The greater elbow
2 to
is
6
like
months.
non-existent.
You've been switch hitting?
I always switch hit. What the fuck are you talking about?
All right, we're 3 minutes in and we have a masturbation joke.
Talk about a fucking wing.
That's
episode.
The Stranger.
Yeah,
Dave
The
Chappelle. Don't give herself The Stranger.
Yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, so if you're on an audio platform, hit follow, subscribe on there. It does help out. And I think that some of them have reviews. I think the only one that has reviews is like iTunes, and I never check it.
I think it's only iTunes, and the reviews really don't affect until you get so many.
Yeah, I mean, if you leave a review, that's awesome. I'll never see it because I don't have iTunes. I'll never see it.
They shut that down. Now it's Apple Music.
That's insane.
I know. Yeah, they call it Apple Music now. Why
I haven't used iTunes in forever. Well, I get my podcast through. Well, I guess that podcast app. So
yeah, the page did get some likes, so the people who are listening are going over and checking out the Facebook and Instagram, so that helps out. We're actually one person away on Instagram of hitting 1,000.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Thrasher,
some random person to like it.
Thrasher from the Headbangers was almost he was the 999th person.
That would be cool if he was 1,000.
It would have been awesome.
Maybe one of the Ascension will be 1,000. Maybe Matt Seidel will.
Yeah. Or just Mosh.
Yeah. He's busy.
But yeah, so a lot of cool stuff going on. We're talking about some news. We'll talk about what we're into playing, and then Andy will cover his topic tonight.
Yeah, it's not a real long one because
Sonja.
There was a gap. Yeah.
That was funny
silent.
too.
Yeah, you put Sonja. Well, it's still Sonja.
Yeah.
You spell it in many ways.
Sonja.
Sonja.
It's the good. Oh crap! It's Sonja. So yeah, I don't really know much about her, other than she's pretty much the female Conan. Yeah. But we'll talk about it. I'm
excited.
I just feel like everything just stopped.
Really?
There was like a weird hum, and then it just went down. I have no idea. We do have one snack tonight. It's creamy yogurt Skittles. Do you have a snack? Or
No.
Are they going to be healthy?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Shut up and drink your White Claw.
I'll enjoy my White Claw, damn it.
Yeah, so besides that, all the banners are in, so all the shows now have the banner.
It's up.
If you want your own banner, they are $25 for that, and that's the smallest one.
I was gonna say that's the small one, right?
Yeah.
The same one I have.
Yep.
That's a small one?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I thought when I opened it. I was like, holy crap.
That's big for not if you're out at an arena or something. I mean, for anywhere else, it's pretty big.
Yeah, well, we actually we bought the Tornado Tag one. Heidi put 2 rivets in the corners, and we took it to the PPW show, and they let us hang it over the balcony.
Nice.
And you can see it. Like, it was definitely
that's
there.
awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was awesome. And it's super easy to... It's cloth. It's really, really light, and
It's like a flag.
Yeah, it's nice. Or you can get some T-shirts or mugs or pillows or condoms. I don't know.
Onesies.
Everything's on there.
The quality of the stuff I got, the not cool stuff, is really nice.
Yeah.
I love my sweatshirt. Yeah,
the sweatshirts are really comfortable.
It is. It's super comfy, and
The shirts do shrink a little bit, so I would maybe get a size up what you normally get, or just don't have my wife do your laundry.
Yeah, I like my wife's butt and the yoga pants. That's pretty nice.
I've yet to see a pair of yoga pants on anyone. Does it? How does it?
Get a picture for you.
How does the logo
Of just the pants.
Yeah, how does the logo look on the leg?
It looks good. No, they look awesome. She said
That's
they feel
cool.
really nice.
Cool.
So how is it? Is it like logo sideways or is it across? Like is it across?
It's like not.
It's like on the
cool
thigh.
in high school.
Oh, okay.
Kind of.
on like
It goes
on the
from
right
here to
leg.
here.
okay.
diagonal,
Okay, I didn't know if
I
it went
take
like straight down. Like,
Yeah, I didn't want to put it on both sides and look super
Yeah.
cheesy, so I just put on the one right leg.
Flashy.
I thought it was like kinda,
okay. Because I was saying, is the microphone like one side and then
No, just it's that logo on the leg.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Actually, I wanted one more thing on the yoga pants. I can ask you: Are they see through if she's working
No.
out? So if like she bends over, you're not seeing her whole name and address.
Nope.
All right, there you go. Because I had to tell somebody at work she was going to buy a pair, and she's like, I don't want to take
yeah,
them to the
some
gym.
are thin. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they're high quality. Like I'm not a big yoga pant aficionado,
Connoisseur.
but I would say like it would be cold weather even. Do you know what I mean? Like they're
Okay.
not. It's not like this. Do you know what I mean? They're beefy. They're nice.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I know that's a thing when girls are buying yoga pants. It's like, well, if I bend over, are you going to see all my underwear?
Yeah, no, definitely not.
So that's good. That's a good thing because that's a lot of questions I was getting. I said I don't know. I didn't buy them. I don't think they'd fit me.
No, they're
selling
nice.
point, yeah.
And then I seen your wife yesterday in the drive-in at McDonald's, and I was like doing this like. And I'm like in the back seat waving, and she's just talking to the person in the passenger seat, and had zero clue I was even on. Like, she's like, not even like perturbed that I'm taking forever to get away from the drive-through window, and there's me in the front waving. She's just like talking like, so, I was like, I give up. I'm going back
That's
to work.
funny.
Yeah, I quit. But yeah, so. News. Anyone have any news they've seen recently? I'll go check the Facebook page.
You see that thing today I posted about the Harley Quinn movie? How its budget and the money it made is equal to Kingsman, and they said Harley Quinn's a failure, but Kingsman's a success.
Because this is not me putting my conspiracy theory hat on or saying that I'm fucking woe is me, but DC movies never get a fair shake.
Yeah, but like I think it's that and all female. Like a lot of dudes can't handle that.
I don't think it's the female thing. I think it's because it's a DC movie. If that had
be.
Marvel's stamp on it, everybody would love it. It would make trillions of dollars because people they're marks for.
But there wasn't much buzz, and the name hurt it. It should have been Harley Quinn to begin with.
If you're not a comic
but isn't that
book guy,
something how like, well, this movie's a failure because it made this much, but Kingsman made exactly the same, and it's a success.
And everything I've heard from people said they really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah, everyone that I talked to that was seen it said they liked it.
Yeah.
The worst I heard was it was okay. I heard the cartoon is fantastic though. So,
really?
Yeah.
So what I have first for news is Pokemon Home is now available on Nintendo Switch, ISO, and Android. I think the only way it works though still is it's just game to game. So it's DS to Switch.
You have to upload it to the home, and then you can get it from the home.
The home's like a cloud.
Yeah.
But
I'm so scared.
Which kind of sucks is because I was hoping this home, because if I want to get something off Pokemon Go, you have to then take it to your
home.
You have to take it to from Pokemon Go
to the home
to the game, like a Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu, or the thing, and then put it on home.
No.
Really?
You have to put it to home because how would you get to the game?
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
You mean I got you from that?
Yeah. I heard you have to take it you have to get to a completely different game.
Why would you want to put it on the home?
Like, so if you want your Mew, or if you want something like a Mewtwo.
You want that in your game?
What do you mean? Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but why would you want it on home but not your game?
I'm saying there's a block between Pokemon Go and Pokemon Home.
Yeah.
There's not just a thing where you go.
Oh, you can't load it. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, you can't go straight from Pokemon Go to home. I could be wrong, but that's what I was kind of reading. And people were like, that sucks.
He has to go from Go to go on the Switch to home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To go to Sword or Shield.
Yeah, which is kind of...
Or Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee.
Which is kind of redundant because the whole point is to take it from your phone and put in your game.
Exactly.
Right. It's a marketing.
And it costs money. I forget what it's...
That's the part that got me.
Yeah, it's not expensive. No. I think it's like $20 for a year or something, but still. Like
I stopped at Black and White, but that literally has Pokemon from like Sapphire. Mm-hmm. So I got a pretty beefy collection, and I'm afraid pulling the trigger, going to this Pokemon home, and then I have a bill for the rest of my life. Like, even if it's not a lot, like it's still that money that I'm never gonna not.
Yeah, I don't think
because I don't want to lose my.
Am I gonna use that much? Like, they're gonna add a bunch for Sword and Shield, so I don't need to.
Yeah. Everything comes back around anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it always does.
Yeah,
They'll
like,
do promotionals.
You really need that one Nidoran in the Sword and Shield. Like,
yes.
Like, there's another Pokemon you get that does the same moves.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, it's cool, but if it was free, then I'd be like, oh, well, yeah, I get it.
There are goofballs that'll do that, man.
Yeah, there's some going, oh, there's this one.
Also, though, on the other side of the coin, the Pokemon that I have on Black and White are never going to be probably played again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They'll probably die there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the DLC, I think, comes out very soon. One of them.
No, not till, I think first one is April.
Really?
Yeah, it's April or May. Yeah, and then the other one's like October.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
One's way far off.
We did talk about this on the wrestling podcast, but it is still video game related. In Retromania Wrestling, they announced Jeff Cobb, so they announced another member of that team. We talked about last episode, I said Xbox kind of had a teaser of Michael Jordan logo and Xbox, and then it came out the next day that Microsoft officially released a Jordan brand console and controller.
Oh, I thought they were going to make Xbox shoes.
It's a red system with the black Jumpman logo.
How much is that, though? More?
Yeah, probably a lot.
Is it a bigger hard drive or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I didn't look at the specs of it because it does nothing for me.
Jordan. That's cool, but like,
pretty much. Yeah.
I don't want a Hulk Hogan PlayStation. Like,
yeah, I mean, if you're a big sneakerhead
cool,
and you're a gamer, that's right for you, but not for me.
Yeah, it's definitely marketed to a certain
demographic. The NBA Live crowd.
The Batman,
or 2K,
the adventures continue.
On comic
form.
It's deceiving in the article. It's like Bruce Timm returns to
Paul Dini.
Yeah, Paul Dini. Well, it was Bruce Timm and Paul Dini. And then it's like, in a comic book. And it's like, yeah.
Still cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool. And the first run was the first appearance of Harley Quinn in comic books.
Yes.
I think it's like Batman Adventures 12.
Yep.
10 or 12, yeah.
Batman Adventures 12 is the first.
You get your $500.
So your laughing Batman is going to be in the cartoons and such.
Oh, the Batman Who Laughs or whatever.
Yeah,
that one.
They're going to do that in the cartoons now.
Oh, wow. I read the first one. I didn't really care for it. It was metal. Now they're making another one called Death Metal.
Yeah, I saw it's like Superman with like the 80s long hair.
Yeah, and it's like Wonder Woman. Like some people
they're trying to make it like heavy metal, but with DC.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Speaking of Batman, we got our first look at Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, I don't like the cowl. The suit's all right.
I think the cowl. This was my take on it. I think the cowl looks like a version of the 1960s Batman. It has a very clothy look to it. Just as is my take. I don't know anything backstage or anything of any. Like, I haven't been reading up on the movie, but to me, it looks like this is going to be not so much an origin story, but like a year one Batman, where he's going to be very, because his suit doesn't look like it's a polished Batman suit yet. And I guess the movie is going for 3 movies. They're billed for 3.
Let's see how one does first.
So I guess they're gonna build on the suit. So they're saying that this is the first version of that suit. I don't think it looks terrible.
Talks like this.
Yeah, oh God!
I will tell you this: his jawline looks fantastic in the cowl.
I think you can get a lot of people. If you put the cowl on, they'll look all right.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I'll be.
Someone get me a cowl.
Yeah, big beard sticking out. I don't know. I like the cowl, but the suit looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Some people had big problems with the neck part, where it's like a collar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess Stranger Things 4 trailer came out and it's in Russia.
Yeah.
I still haven't watched
I've never
season 3,
seen it.
so
I've never seen any of it.
I didn't finish season 3.
Yeah, basically they kind of like clear up the rumor that's been going around.
Well, don't say nothing.
I'm not going to say
don't
anything.
spoil it.
I won't spoil it. But if you watch the trailer, you're going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trailer. If you're, yeah, well, just go see the trailer.
I don't know anything about it.
PS5 reportedly has their price revealed, which is around, it's about $499, so $500.
Which is overall.
That's right.
Consistent.
Okay.
That's where I was thinking. I think PlayStation will be around. I mean, Xbox will be around the $500, maybe $600 mark.
I think they're both going to be right around the same.
Yeah, I do. I agree.
I was watching a video today about how when PS3 came out, it was what $599, and like
that sounds right.
And Xbox was what $399. It was like $200 cheaper.
Wow.
And the guy was from Xbox was like, you could buy an Xbox and a Wii for the price of a PlayStation. I'm like, oh
yeah, shots fired.
PlayStation 3 was a fumble. That was really a fumble.
I love the fact that like you can always look at old clearance ads or like the old Target ads or whatever, and you can see how much the systems were actually like way back in the day, and it just blows your mind.
I'm in a group that does just Nintendo ones, and I love seeing the KB toy ads from 1997 for 64. I'm like, I get stoked just looking at the ads.
E3 2020 is coming very soon. I love E3.
What is it?
E3.
Yeah, when is it?
Soon.
There's always some good games announced.
Electronics Entertainment Expo.
Yeah.
June. It will begin Tuesday, June 9th.
Oh, okay. That was
E3.
I wasn't sure when it was.
So a few people have already thrown their name in the hat saying they're going to be there. Bandini, Namco Entertainment, Bethesda, Capcom, Hori. I don't think Capcom has been at E3 in a while, right?
No, you're saying it's Bandai Namco.
Bandai Namco.
Yeah, for that one.
Power Rangers.
Yeah, Capcom hasn't been at E3 in a while.
It was a real big event back in the 90s.
Resident Evil 2?
Like
last year or the year before?
They usually, like Resident Evil, they'll throw on the PlayStation or the Xbox trailers.
Has Capcom done anything since a Street Fighter game in like 30 years?
Just Resident Evil 2 and
then they're going to be coming out with Resident Evil 3.
Resident Evil 3 is dropping.
And they're supposed to be making another Resident Evil, like a new Resident Evil.
Oh, like an 8, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 8, Resident Evil 3, and then there's rumors that they may bring back Silent Hill or another...
No, Silent Hill's not them, that's Konami.
Yeah, that is
Konami. Not Konami. And they may bring back another title, like a Dino's Crisis.
Oh, I hope they do.
What do I know the Hori name from?
Hori name, this is where I'm coming from. They do like accessories and stuff then too.
Oh yeah,
like Mad Cats, remember that?
Yeah. They did that really. That's
they
where I
do
know
like
it from.
They do like controller stuff, like buttons. Like you can swap out for like. With your.
They did a really good GameCube controller
Yeah.
that looked like a super controller. That's like highly sought after.
Okay.
It's now it's a fucking $200 controller for whatever reason.
They make Hori buttons, joysticks for your arcade pad then too. So
nice.
Microsoft, which I think it's going to be hopefully a big year for them because they. With the absence of PlayStation again this year, they're primed to show off some titles. They don't have to show off every game. Like obviously, a lot of their games are probably still in development, but they
like 4. I think 4
they
is
need
enough.
to come out and show at E3 that hey, these are the next 9 games in development. Like kind of pull a Sony move where Sony's like. You excited for God of War? Yeah.
2 years.
We're going to show this game for the next fucking 8 years. like God of War, Uncharted 2 has still been shown. Spider-Man was one on that list.
You mean Last of Us 2?
The Last of Us 2.
Because Uncharted were on 4.
Yeah. Uncharted, not Uncharted. The Last of Us 2.
I didn't care.
They're still milking that one out. But I mean, for that 1 year, it was The Last of Us 2 dropped. They showed God of War. They showed that zombie one with their
that's The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. No, I'm talking about the one that everyone goes crazy for with the guy and the girl, Ellie or
that's
whatever.
The Last of Us.
No, the other one, Days Gone. They showed with the trailer
the guy with the bike. And
the motorcycle.
Yeah, that's got the bike.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that did well.
They showed like those
That
4
was
games for like 5
disappointing,
E3s in a row. Like it was that was the only 3 games they showed. Like they just fucking milked it. But Xbox needs to do it this year. I'm not saying do it for the next 5 years, but they need to show their competitors they have games in the pot. They can't if they just come up and say like, hey, here's Forza and Master Chief and Gears of War logo.
Yeah.
No one's gonna care. They're not gonna break. They're not gonna break their stigma. Now, if they go up and be like, "Here's a game in development," and show like fucking a field and a great fucking environment.
Whoa. Level up.
There you go. There's our fucking copyright strike.
I paid for it. The hell with it.
Yeah, he did pay for that sound. So, but and then be like Fable. Like that would
that would be. They show some like actual footage.
Yeah,
from it.
they need to.
That'd be cool.
They need to come out swinging this year.
Hopefully, Nintendo pulls the Breath of the Wild 2 thing.
Yeah.
I did hear a rumor of another Left 4 Dead.
That's rumored.
Yeah, 3.
Rumored. That's looking. It's like that might be something.
Valve's not on there.
Yeah, but they'll probably drop it.
It would be there.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not.
I heard rumors of Perfect Dark coming back, and
the last one was in.
But it's going to be made by the Coalition, the people who make Gears of War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
that's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so that would be huge. So there's some other things at E3 as End Dreams, Nintendo, Nvidia, which is the graphics card, Oculus, Sega.
Probably just for games.
So I don't know if
I don't see them ever making a system.
I don't think they're going to have their own stage. I mean, if they have a stage, that'd be crazy. Square Enix.
Hey, Sonic's making a lot of money.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, the
Actually,
movie.
it beat like all the
Every video game movie. Not that that's a big accomplishment, but still.
Right. Yeah.
I saw it, actually.
Ubisoft and
really?
Warner
Talk
Brothers
about
Entertainment. Staying on DC for a second here. Warner Brothers Entertainment already saying they're going to be there. Are we going to get that new game they're talking about? That new Batman?
Remember, it was going to be Justice League and Superman, then back to Batman. And
I think this is the
hopefully.
year. I think this is the year we see the Batman Court of Owls game. I think this is when we get dropped.
They could put almost every superhero on that engine.
Yeah.
Except for like Iron Man wouldn't work, but like a Daredevil game.
Harry Potter.
Fantastic.
Man,
have Kevin
Tyler hit up a
Conroy
lot of
back.
Batman stuff here.
Kevin Conroy back in that Batman game. I'll dive right in that.
I would pay him until he dies. Use him. There's no reason not to use him.
And
Exactly.
as long
He's
as
still
Mark
kicking.
Hamill's doing it, as long as they both agree to do it, they'll both work together.
Even if they could just get one of them,
Yeah.
Even if just get one of them, I'd be happy.
Even though what's his name did a very good Joker, Clive Barker or whatever his name is, the guy who does the one voice actor guy, he did really good.
Yeah, I didn't even know it wasn't Mark Hamill.
Yeah, he did really good. If you are a Kingdom Hearts fan and you own Xbox, the Kingdom Hearts collection is now on Xbox. It's officially unlocked.
It's all of them, man.
Yeah, I said it was going to happen a while
DS
ago.
ones, I think.
Yeah, pretty much the entire collection that you can get on PlayStation is now on Xbox.
Nice.
I said as soon as they announced 3 was on there, I'm like, they're going to put the collection on. It's just a matter of time.
I never was into them.
I never played them. I always wanted to, but I never.
I
got
played
around
1
to
and
it.
2, and I don't like Disney characters. So I was like,
They were fun, but the thing was, like, I got stuck on the one portion. I couldn't just get out of it. I was like, I think I had to restart the whole game, so I just kind of stopped. I'm
Frustrated.
like, fucking, ugh.
Well, some people are really into it, but apparently, if you watch I think it's the Angry Video Game Nerd does a timeline video for it, and it's so like convoluted. Yeah.
Some news for our boys from Crowbot. They're doing a PA show, but it's not in PA. They're going to be opening for Hailstorm. Mm-hmm. So Hailstorm, band from Pennsylvania, and Crowbot, another band from Pennsylvania. They're going to be playing 2 shows in Illinois. So I think that's pretty cool because Hailstorm is a pretty if they did a show like Hailstorm and Breaking Ben, it would be like the PA Super Show.
So I think I seen Hailstorm years ago when they were a cover band in Shamokin at the Block Party.
Yeah,
and there was like an Aussie cover band and Hailstorm.
Yep, and she was probably like a 14-year-old girl.
Yeah, and I was like, they're all right. I didn't.
She was so talented as a young singer and like caught a lot of people's attention. I think they did an MTV documentary about her.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she was. They had the thing.
Does she have a gimmick name? Is she like Jenny Hale?
Yeah, it is something like that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
It's something Lizzie Hale.
Oh, okay,
that's it.
My buddy Slayer.
Like Don Dawkins.
My buddy Slayer actually, I think, played with them at one point when he was had his cover, like his band around then too. Literally down the street, his parents' house.
Yeah.
So
I'm not going to go through the whole sale that's going on right now, but new Xbox One sale features great discounts on EA and Ubisoft games.
Yeah, my friend bought the one Tom Clancy game for $3.
Really?
Yeah. Hold on. Go ahead.
Hopefully not Division.
I know what I'm doing after this. And then they put a list up of
it's the Division 2.
Nice.
It's
For
a whopping
$3.
$2.99.
for Division 2.
Yeah, look. There's $59.99, $2.99.
Dang.
Division.
I think that's
he goes, I didn't want it, but it was $3, so
I think that's one of those games now. If you were to buy it, they're like 4 deep in DLC.
Oh, right.
So they're just trying to say, "Hey, get this game," and then
yeah.
the Division 1 was really fun. But they latch you onto those, like, because that's a game that lasts for like 6 years. So they hit you with the DLC, and you're like, oh, I can't go play with my friends in this zone because I don't have the DLC. So they're like, oh, I got to buy the DLC full price now. So they're pretty much saying like the base game you can have. It's like World of Warcraft. Go ahead, you can play World of Warcraft for free. Right. But if you want to play with your friends and do all the cool stuff when you level up, you need to have the next expansion.
Textbook marketing. There you go.
Yeah, so they did an article I seen here too of the best Switch games that you can buy right now. I'll go through some of them, and their ranking system. So Super Mario Odyssey, I would say that's a must own for the system. Splatoon 2, I don't have it, but I want it.
It is good.
You probably get it for $20.
Stardew Valley, I own it. I started playing it and then I stopped. Rocket League, that's a fun game. It's free actually. Owlboy. It's an 8 out of 10. It looks cool. It has
Is
like
it
a cool little
platformer?
It looks like a platformer, yeah. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yep. It's fun, especially if you skip the other ones.
Yeah, this is actually a 9 out of 10. I didn't expect it to get that high ratings, but people say they love it. Mario and the Rabbids Kingdom Battle.
It ain't bad. It gets really hard though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Legends of Zelda Breath of the Wild, that's a 10 out of 10.
Yep.
Golf Story, you talked about that. They said that's a must-own game. That's
what do they have it as?
That's an 8 out of 10.
Yeah. Wow. I'd agree.
Celeste, am I saying that right? Celeste,
Yeah.
9 out of 10. They said that's a must-have game. Dead Cells, 9 out of 10. That kind of looks like Metroid Castlevania, like a side-scroller. Into the Breach.
I got that one too.
Good.
I picked up for $7. I didn't play it yet.
Undertale, 9 out of 10. Undertale is the one you were talking about where...
That was like the very first show.
Remember Kenny?
That's the one where you do like choices, like you can either kill all the monsters or you can be a pacifist.
Yeah. Remember
Not
Kenny
kill
Omega
them.
had the entrance at the pay-per-view?
A lot of layers
First
to
one?
that game too. So
Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, 9 out of 10.
there you go.
Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, 8 out of 10.
Yep.
Tetris 99, a free game.
That's good.
That's a really fun
Well,
game.
can't beat free.
Cuphead.
yeah.
Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Legends of Zelda Link's Awakening.
That's too for Game Boy.
Untitled Goose Game.
Apparently that's popular.
I've read really good things about it.
That, yeah.
Dragon Quest, is that 5 or 10?
That gotta be 11.
11S.
I'm not good at my
Roman numerals.
That's
Yeah.
11S.
Yeah, 11S. That's a 9 out of 10. It looks like Dragon Ball Z, so it doesn't really do much for me.
Yeah, it's the same artist.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dragon Warrior. That's a long going series, and I got Dragon Quest 4 way back in the day when it came out for the PS2. Awesome sprites.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff.
Luigi's Mansion 3, Pokemon
I
Sword and
played it.
Shield, a Divinity Original Sin.
Oh, well, I have that for 360.
Yeah.
I have it on PC.
The Witcher 3 Complete Edition, Bayonetta 2, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Wolfenstein 2, SNK Anniversary Collection. We just did a whole thing on SNK. Go check that out a couple episodes ago. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, a game called Thumper, and I think that's it. Now,
No Graveyard Keeper.
Great list. That's what I literally put that thing. Not on the list, but fantastic. I am fucking addicted to Graveyard Keeper.
Were they Switch only games? Maybe that's why. Oh,
well, a lot of those aren't either.
I know Celeste is a PC game.
okay.
Yeah. Graveyard Keeper's so good. It's one of those games that you pitch on the show, and I'm like, what? And you're like, and I was like, I'm hooked. I can't stop fucking playing it. And I'm like, and then I forget I'm doing quests because I'm like, I want to get all the materials and I want to build stuff.
That's
and I'm
awesome.
like, oh fuck, it's the right time of day. I have to go do this one
You
quest.
forgot what day of the week it was.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, it's fucking so much
That's
fun.
awesome. I agree. I think it's amazing.
Yeah, if you're into Stardew Valley, I think Stardew Valley is a lot harder. I could be wrong though, but Stardew Valley seemed more like very difficult to me, and your stamina went really 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 quick, and I felt like you didn't really have an idea of everything. It was too much like there's no guidance to it. Where like Graveyard Keeper's like, hey, by the way, this is the day you need to do this, and
Yeah.
like Stardew Valley has a lot more depth to it. Where Graveyard Keeper has the depth, but it's more. You can always check a menu and see what you need to do.
I think you're pretty spot on. I think that the whole depth thing, like when you're questing on Stardew Valley, it'll be like go kill 10 slimes. And then a ticker goes, you 5 of 10, 6 of 10.
like wow.
And when you're questing on Graveyard Keeper, it's more like I mean, the answers are there in the menu, but if you're not looking, like you kind of got to figure stuff out for yourself, like by talking to different people and doing different things. It's not so like kill the 10 slimes. It's go to here and do this thing and look for these things and find the moths for the guy at the lighthouse.
Yeah.
Like,
and then you're like, how do you get moths? And you have no fucking idea how
no
to get
idea.
moths.
And I try not to look that stuff up. I try to find it organically. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then the other thing that you were saying, I forgot.
Like Stardew, you have to like watch every day the game. You had to go to your TV and and you can't stay up past a certain time.
2 o'clock at night or in the morning.
Or your guy turned like he's just useless the next
Really?
day.
Right.
Where Graveyard Keeper, you can stay up as
Yeah.
late as you want because it's kind of supernatural.
Yeah.
So you can stay up the entire time.
You can stay up for days.
as long as you don't use up all your stamina.
Right.
Or you just keep eating.
Wow, yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
You can power through, and I think you get like bonuses too, like when you go to sleep, like something like quests will like go through like as you're sleeping and stuff like that. But you're right, like you always have that deadline in Stardew Valley. Like you're looking at the clock, you're like, it's midnight. I gotta get home, and you don't ever have to do that in Graveyard Keeper, which is pretty awesome.
You're not punished for missing a day or two,
right?
Where Stardew Valley is like, if you miss it, you'll never get it again. It's like a really rare chance type thing.
Oh yeah.
So am I. That really that hit Ben right. Hit him hard.
I was really upset about that.
I never played either, so I can't.
Well, that'll
looks cool.
That'll take away what I'm playing into, because that's all I've been doing.
That's
besides
awesome.
Podcasting. So I'm done for a while. So it's up to you guys to talk now. We'll start with you. What are you into?
Well,
it's the big show.
I haven't been playing too much. I've been playing Malifaux because leagues are happening. I had my first league game. I am currently 1-0. I have another game this Thursday, so I'm looking forward to that. I was playing Wargroove a little bit. That's that Advance Wars predecessor. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's good. It's as good as Advance Wars. There's nothing fancy going on there. Watching. I watched. There was a documentary. I want to say it was on Prime. It was called Nintendo Quest. It came out in 2018, and it was a documentary shot two childhood best friends. The one guy, using his own money, excuse me, had 1 month to start from scratch and get every single Nintendo game on tape, and he couldn't he couldn't buy off eBay. Oh, okay. He could contact people on the internet, but he had to get it.
Oh, like
with his hands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Oh,
it was a pretty cool documentary.
Yeah, it is. I actually watched it.
Yeah, it was good.
I don't watch shit like that, and that was legit really good.
It was good. It was good. It was pretty entertaining. But I don't want to tell you too much about it. But that was very good.
Order.
Yeah, I'll just put them down like
oh yeah.
So last Thursday night, we went to the pre-screen. Me and the girls went to the pre-screen for Sonic.
Are you seeing it?
Yes. It was good. I went in with very low expectations.
Yeah, I wouldn't go in real high
Nope.
either.
The kids are Sonic crazy, and the little one has always been. So they just wanted to go see it no matter what, and I did not have very high expectations. It was pretty entertaining. It wasn't as far as like approaches of Sonic over the years, and I'm not even that crazy. Like I never really followed the comic books. I've seen
the comic's pretty hot nowadays.
Yeah,
it does well.
I've seen like 5 or 6 of the cartoons, and there's a slew of them.
Yeah.
I watched ones back in the 90s. Remember there's like the goofy one?
And the goofy one is awful. The serious one is my favorite adaptation. Where like it's Morbius? The name of the city that they live in. Robotnik comes and he shuts it down, and he overtakes the city, and then they're like freedom fighters like in the sewers, like trying to take the city back. That is the Sonic story that I like. This, of course, was much different, but it was good. And I don't want to really give too much up about it. I would tell you to check it out.
After credit scene. My friend went to see it. He said he liked it.
Yeah, and the after credit scene.
A big Sonic fan.
The after credit scene, that was pretty entertaining. And then there was like
you can kind of guess.
Yeah.
Who's not in the movie?
Yeah, and they're gonna. It was.
Is he orange?
No. Yes. Yeah. Yes, he was. And
I'm excited.
And there's definitely it was almost kind of cocky set up for the sequel.
Which I kind of want to see it.
Sure. Yeah, I would tell you to check
Jim
it out.
Carrey as Robotnik.
Definitely
awesome.
Really?
He was pretty awesome. He was. He's very Jim Carrey. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I thought Robotnik was like. I thought the whole Robotnik thing was kind of weird at first, because again, like, you have all these different versions of Robotnik, and I kind of want him to be a little more serious, evil doctor genius, and he did that. But he was goofy too at the same time, obviously, but it was entertaining.
For
it was
a
good movie.
Flick, yeah, I mean,
sure, absolutely.
That makes sense,
Keep in mind, it was a kids' movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
But it was good. I enjoyed it.
That's
so
good. Yeah,
that's what I got.
kind of want to see it. I probably won't go see it at the theater, but I'd like to see it.
I told them I would take them one more time, and they were like bananas over it. Yeah,
kids really like Sonic. Yeah, like he's huge with kids.
It's so weird to me. It's not. I don't know. I was really into Sonic too, but like, I don't understand. I don't know what.
Yeah, like in the
what's
past
drawing
years,
you in? Yeah,
it's like Pikachu. He's
but
cute.
It was like he had Sonic 1, 2, and 3, and 3 was really good. And then you got Sonic Knuckles. Like, oh my god.
Yeah, Sonic. I love
the cartoon, but like the games nowadays aren't so hot. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's just like the blue guy that runs fast.
They did a really good job at tying things together to make it all like cohesive, like the rings. If you look at the Sonic video games, like if you look at 1, 2, and 3, for example, there's not like what is going on there? Do you know what I mean? There's no like intro thing before you press start to tell you what's going on. You assume he's trying to save his friends that they're trapped inside robots, you know? But other than that, what do you got? And they kind of gave backstory for the rings and why the rings are important, and it was cool.
Yeah, I heard that. I didn't read it because I didn't want to spoil anything, but there's an article that said like over 35 Easter eggs that you've missed in Sonic.
That's possible, I guess.
I guess they hit a lot of...
there's tons of characters.
They hit a lot of gems in there.
Amy and Big the Cat and the robot, the good robot, E105 or something. E102.
When the movie ended and it went to credits, the credit scene was a brief story of everything that you just watched in the movie. It was only like maybe 3 minutes long, but it was done in the pixelated graphics.
Cool.
That was pretty awesome to watch. It was all side-scrolling. It was pretty awesome.
Now, how awesome would it be if the end of the scene spoiler? I mean, I think we're all pretty aware of what it is. Like, even without even saying it's pretty... listen... I didn't see the movie.
Spoiler alert.
They didn't tell me. It's fuking Tails, right?
And then Knuckles.
It's Tails,
yeah, it's Tails.
There was a Knuckles thing, too.
Yeah.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Kind of.
But, I mean, come on.
It's probably
less obvious. Tails was in the movie.
Yeah. Now, do they have to go back and rework him, or does he look okay?
Tails looks awesome.
Okay.
They went off of what they did right with Sonic. Yeah, for sure.
Tails comes out looking like... Dude.
My younger daughter wanted my younger daughter wanted the cup. You know, like you can get like the commemorative cups and the topper. And I'm like, I turn and I look at the cup and it was the old Sonic design. I was like, oh,
was it?
I see you. Yeah, no, it definitely was.
So they didn't go back and do the marketing.
Not for the top of the cup anyway. No, it was old, right, with tiny little eyes, weird looking. Yeah, it was that guy
and human teeth.
Oh my god!
It was that guy.
Do you see that meme where it's like, nowadays when you can play it back when we were kids, it shows the Goomba and then the monster's like, oh.
Did you ever?
What the fuck is? I'm gonna say Sonic. You duped me, Dad.
I was looking at some of the chats and somebody said, well, we could have gotten this. It would have been like the old Sonic, but like scruffy Sonic. It looked really terrible. Like they really half-assed the design. I mean, like you thought the first design was bad. Mishmashing the both of them to come to a compromise was even worse.
I seen when they did a splice and it's fucking the guy and the whole scene in the trailer was like, how are you not dead? And Sonic's like, I don't know. But it's like the guy's like, how the fuck are you not dead? And it's Ozzy goes, I don't know. He's like, I have no idea.
How could they find that passable? Seriously, like that.
They hired people that never seen it, and they're like, "Well, this is fine."
And then people got so pissed off that they actually ended up changing everything, and it made it all for the better.
I think it probably saved the movie.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Oh my god.
Seriously, just picture this in your head. I wrote an early draft of the Mario Brothers movie starring John Leguizamo, and I've been sitting at home waiting for this call. Drawing pictures of Sonic.
Look at him.
And then somebody looked at it and went,
oh boy.
Let's get the Street Fighter guys.
Oh man.
Is Raul Julia still alive?
No.
He could be Sonic.
That Street Fighter movie was terrible. I was just reading this thing where like
Van
he was coked up the whole time.
I'm totally hitting your knee on purpose.
And the director was like, they had to hire a wrangler for Jean-Claude Van Damme because he was on coke and he was like wild the whole time. They couldn't like get him to do the movie.
That movie is terrible. And what's even worse is the movie The Game. The game, the movie, I guess you could say. The game about the movie about the game.
I don't remember that.
That's awful.
Wasn't Blanca in the Street Fighter movie?
Yeah,
and they made like super fucking. They made it really cheesy. Like they made him like break out of the cage or something like that.
I don't remember him.
And they painted him green like the Hulk.
It was his army
the
buddy, and they injected him with a whole bunch of shit.
Yeah. Oh, that's what I remember from it. Yeah, it was so bad.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat was cool.
The first one wasn't bad.
Okay.
The second one was a little...
Annihilation was the second one?
Yeah.
The second
one had Cyrax and Sector and Katana and Melina.
Dude, when Goro came out, I was like, that looked cool.
Yeah, they put Johnny Cage's sunglasses.
Yeah.
I wonder how that looks today.
Yeah, probably like...
Probably does not hold up.
It probably doesn't.
I don't know. I'd say in theater. That was the hot thing. Mortal Kombat.
Oh my
the soundtrack.
God. Yeah.
I mean, one of the only movies to me
techno.
that holds up is, but it's just crazy how as it went on, it just got worse and worse and worse, is fucking Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
It looked so good, and then like by the time they hit TV, you're like, "What's up, guys?" Like they looked horrible. I was like, "What the hell is that thing?"
That first movie is seriously
first two.
The first two, I'd agree. They are Muppet masterpieces. They really are. Like unbelievable work on those movies. I never even watched the third one, and I was a massive Turtles fan.
The third one was
bad.
They put a lot of sunspots on. They look weird.
It's real bad.
Yeah,
let's go to feudal Japan for some reason. No.
Yeah, they time travel.
That's like the guy had got an idea for Transformers 2. What if Optimus is dead for most of it?
I actually wouldn't mind.
I was sure everyone was like, "Fuck this." Yeah, let's do that. That's a great idea.
I never got into Transformers because every cartoon is like, guys, the only way we can do this is if I die. He's just a glutton. He's one of those sodomists.
Sadistic. He just wants to die.
He's like, I want to feel pain. Put your jumper cables on me. Smack me and spit on me. I'm trying to save the world here. Got a raging exhaust pipe. He's like, come on, hit me harder. And Bumblebee's like, what a fucking weirdo, right?
He'll bring me back in the third one.
Yeah. I'm not trying to die. He's got a weird fetish. He's putting
awesome.
Putting motor oil everywhere.
That's awesome.
He's like, I gotta die, guys.
I don't like this at all.
You started it.
Yeah, but he was dead for half. You've never seen Transformers 2.
No,
He's dead for most of the movie.
And
because he died. He
even
died
the
in part
animated
one.
movie
No.
too.
Well, he kills himself in part one.
No, he
No,
doesn't.
he gets mangled like in the second film. Like Megatron gets like.
Well, what's
they,
the one
like,
like, put the cube in me? I want to die. I gotta save everybody.
No, no. I'm trying to. What is that one, Andy? I'm not sure.
I only seen 1 and 2. Well, 3. 3 was horrible. 2 was pretty bad.
Yeah.
But
Why wouldn't Buddy slip through the first Transformers?
the first one I thought was very good.
I heard when Mark Wahlberg took over, it wasn't terrible.
He was he in 2?
But they actually made them look like they're supposed to in that one.
No, 1,
Oh,
2,
that's
3,
the one with
4.
John. No,
I think like
3
and
I know what you're
4
saying.
Yeah.
That's
were the
4 or
ones with
5. I was
Wahlberg,
well off. Yeah, that's why I heard that when they looked like the 80s ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean,
Okay.
who says let's make something and let's kill the main hero?
Yeah.
That's like, hey, Wolverine 2, let's have him not have powers for most of the movie. Oh, that's what I want to see.
Yeah, like what kind
that
of
was
bullshit's
awful.
That?
Speaking of
Awful.
a movie without the hero in it, Venom. They showed. They're
Hey,
showing.
he was in that.
They're showing Venom, and they showed a little trailer of not actually of Venom, but of Woody Harrelson as
Cletus
Carnage.
Cassidy.
Cletus, as
Yeah.
Carnage
Cletus Cassidy
in the Venom
slapped
movie.
Carnage,
Yeah, because he's after credits or mid credits scene.
I don't know about Woody Harrelson being Carnage. I don't know.
Woody Harrelson's a fantastic actor.
I
I'm
don't
not
mind.
saying that's a bad thing, but I'm just like it's just an odd
Well,
choice.
Here you go. Who would you get?
Here we
Yeah,
go.
that's easy for me.
Cool.
The guy who played Joker on Gotham.
Oh yeah.
Oh, the kid.
yeah. He would be
Yeah.
good Carnage.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi would be a great Carnage.
Yeah.
Also too old, just like why Woody Harrelson doesn't really work.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kid would be good. He's also the main Jedi in Fallen Order.
He's a new Jedi too. Yeah.
I would
The
get the
kid
guy
from
that plays
Shameless.
Rorschach. In the
I feel like
one?
he's getting pretty old too
Tip
now.
your thing down a little bit. I feel like you sound different. Like you.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'll just lean in farther.
No. It wasn't. You're fine where you were. It just sounded like it wasn't turned on for a second. It was freaking me out.
But I would get the guy that was Rorschach in the Watchmen
Oh, we're doing
movie
it.
to
We're
play
doing it
Carnage.
now. Promo style.
Yeah.
Dude.
I'm back.
Here we go.
Rorschach guy. Yeah.
I forget what his name is.
God,
he has like 3
Jackie
first names.
Earl Haley.
I just realized where we were in the show. Sorry, guys. Ben, what are you into?
Oh, I was like, what time?
Here we go.
We should start taking bets on what is it, an anime? Is it a weird movie?
I watched 14 animes since last show. Binge watched them all.
Yeah, Ben must have like
And demographic. Man.
advanced reading skills to pound out like 24 trades.
That's
I'm like,
impressive.
Yeah. They'll be like, hey, I read this whole trade here. That's why last hour.
That's why he's always fucked up. He's just turning pages so fast.
Remember that?
Turning pages and jerking off.
Back in the 80s, John Ritter was like that reading thing where you can read really fast. And like,
Yeah.
no, you can't.
Yeah, they have like that fucking advanced, like that speed reading, like timer, and like you would read the
It's
letter.
like
and it'd be
Rain Man,
really
but with
quick.
nerdy
Yeah.
stuff.
It's like, Where there's
Actually,
a will, there's an A.
And Andy got me going on Mega Man X. I didn't play it, but I was watching speed runs.
That's the best. That's the best.
I fucking love this guy. You came up in topic in podcast.
I'd like to talk about Sonic.
God.
I didn't see it.
Is it terrain?
So I had terrain on.
Oh god!
And I had to explain terrain on camera. Ben.
Terrain?
Yeah.
He was on the banging beers where I was like.
I thought you meant like terrain, as in this mountain that we were going to play with.
That's his real name.
Well, Ben showed up 1 minute before I hit record.
Oh, jeez.
That was the
drunk
episode,
from the night from before, and his first beer immediately went back to Ben, drunk Ben, and just like it was, and Ben, who is Michael Scott reincarnated, when there's something that can possibly be uncomfortable, Ben has to just like talk about it right then and there.
Oh boy.
Because in his there's been times where
Michael
Ben can
Scott.
come
I think
off,
everybody knows how I am at this point.
Not everybody,
but I want to hear hear what you said.
I'll just give you a
brief
synopsis.
A brief, yeah.
So, real quick, during the interview,
I kind of thought about that too. I'm scared.
He doesn't hate you, but he was very confused after the show, and then after we talked that day, he understood more.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I really did feel bad about that.
Yeah.
I want to talk to him about
Ben was
that.
like, because he's very leftist. He's a leftist, and he's also
liberal.
Yeah, very liberal,
Okay.
and he's also like very like doesn't really tolerate like racism and stuff and insensitive stuff. And Ben's like, we're like, oh, we're start talking about comic books, and Ben and I'm like,
I think we know
I said,
at that point.
and I said, Superman is got to be on the list of the greatest of all time, right? And Ben's like, Superman. Made by Jews. And I was just like,
Okay.
all right, here we go.
Really?
Ben's just
True, but, you know.
And Ben's like, no, he really was made by a bunch of Jews.
Two of them Jew guys got together, ate the matzah.
And then Terrain just like, explain, Ben, what do you mean by Jews? And Ben just dug that hole deeper. And then to the point where I was like, stop, new topic. And then we told the story about this after the Steel Panther concert when we were in the bar and we were the only white people. And Ben walks up and puts his arm around these two black gentlemen, and he's like, "You know what, guys? I don't even care you're black. I love you.
Oh boy,
I fucking love you.
Oh my god,
this is awesome, right? We having a good time." Right, white guy, white guy, two black guys. We're having a good time. Like,
oh boy!
I was like, Ben,
cops just coming.
I was like, Ben, get the fuck out of here.
Really?
See, in Ben's mind, he's not trying to be offensive. He's just trying to show everything's okay.
Everything's good, right?
We went to
We
went to a strip club one time, and the strip club is not a very friendly place. And some people would just go there because they're probably selling drugs.
They're questionable.
They're selling drugs to probably some of the people in the bar, and they're just questionable.
Maybe some of the strippers.
And I said, Ben, just 100%. And I said, Ben, do me a favor. Just when you go here, don't be social. Just fucking stay to yourself, stay to your group. Don't bother nobody. And there's a bunch of fucking guys.
Here comes Michael Scott.
Yeah, here comes Michael Scott. Michael Scott sees the guys playing pool with a case of Coronas, and Ben walks over and goes, Coronas, can I take one?
Oh my god!
And they looked him right in the eye and go ahead. And I was just like, you could have literally just been bartering. Like, they could have been like, remember the time you took that Corona? Now it's time to pay the piper.
Pay it back.
Yeah. And he wouldn't have been able to because the first girl on stage, he dumped all of his fucking money on her and forgot his bank card at the bar 4 hours away.
Oh god!
Actually, 2 hours.
2 hours away. He goes up to the ATM to get more money out because he's convinced the stripper fell in love with him. He goes.
That happens to all of us. That happens to all of us.
Oh, come on.
Bullshit.
Come on. All right. I'm giving it back. Come on.
You were in love, right? He comes back to the chair like this. I go, what's the matter? He goes, one or two things happened, and I'm pissed about it. I said, just get to it. And he goes, either someone stole my card or I left it at the bar. And I was like, I'm going to chalk it up to you left it at the bar. So he calls the bar, and they're like, yeah, it's still here. And he's like, can we go back? I'm like, there's no way we're making it back in time. I said, he goes, oh, I'll drive back. I said, at this point, cancel the card and order a new one. But because it was 2 hours away from Hazleton, and we still weren't even home yet. So like a 2.5, 3 hour drive back to like that area. So He's at the bar. He has no money left because he already went in the back and came out and gave her all the money. He was obsessed with this girl.
It happens.
And he's
buddy.
he's like, yo, I talked to her backstage. I think I'm gonna get her number. And the whole
Oh,
night,
boy.
Right. So she comes out. Right. She comes out. And she comes up to Ben like, hey. And he's like, I don't have any more money. And she goes, next. Right? So doesn't go near Ben the rest of the night. Right. Doesn't go near him. And at the very end, he's like, all right. She told me to wait for her after the place closes. And I'm gonna get her number and talk to her. And I was like, Ben, she was just telling you that, man. And he's hammered, blackout drunk, and we're sitting there. The lights turn on, and we're all by the door ready to go. And Ben's just sitting at the stage, like,
oh boy.
And she's gonna come out and talk to me. It's gonna happen.
Oh, come on!
Right? She peeks through the curtain, sees Ben, and quick slams it shut. I go, Ben, we're fucking out of here. The guy's like, the bouncer's like, yo, you guys gotta go. Ben's like, oh, I'm waiting for Destiny.
Yeah. Sapphire.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh boy.
Oh man,
Happens to the best of us.
I love you. I love you to death, Ben. You make some of the best stories of ever time. But yeah, but we talked to Terrain, and he's like, "Oh, that makes more sense." And it was a good podcast. That's coming up soon.
I didn't know the guy was name was Terrain. I was like, I'm confused.
He's a super cool dude. He has 2 podcasts. He has a sports one, and he has like a politics one.
Oh, okay.
called Alcoholics.
Yeah,
There's one called Sportatol.
It's called Getting Blitzed.
Oh.
Their whole theme is they drink and get drunk.
And then talk about the subject. Oh,
yeah. All right, Ben.
So Mega Man X, you didn't play it.
So you're super into Mega Man X, but haven't played it yet.
Yeah, basically.
Basically.
So I wanted to actually watch some speed runs on Games Done Quick, and the fastest I saw was like 38 minutes and 11 seconds
For X.
for Mega Man X. Yes,
That's pretty good.
That's
38 seconds.
No,
38
30
minutes.
10
Oh,
seconds.
minutes.
Like you could sit and like that was getting.
That's
all
no
the,
cheating, right?
That's like all power ups,
Wow.
all the capsules,
Jesus.
even the Hadoken. Then too. By the time you get the Hadoken, when you have full health, you one hit them with an actual Ryu Hadoken,
Or Hadouken.
which is pretty. All right, Andy. All right, fucking Hadoken.
That's how they say it.
He knows Japanese, man.
All right. I'll give him one. All right, give him one.
Let's play the game.
Hadoken. That's what he's saying, right? Go ahead.
Yeah,
That's the fractal way to say it.
fractal way to what the
You
fuck?
play that there, Street Fighter?
Down in Fountain Springs, that's how they say it.
Yeah.
But I watched some other stuff then too. I watched like a bot do Metroid Fusion, get all of the actual. No, it was Aria of Sorrow getting all the souls.
That's Castlevania. By the way.
Castlevania. Sorry
Thank
about
you,
that. Aria of Sorrow, but They did it in like 15 minutes, and it was like a whole bunch of clipping and shit. It was nutty. I was like, how can a game do this?
Who did this?
It was called Tazbot, and it's like a Rob the Robot, like with headphones on, and it's like an actual computer that actually did
that's
it.
not as
Why
impressive
the
as a person.
fuck would you watch another computer play another computer?
Yeah.
It might be.
Is it a
interesting.
gimmick or is it a real human
It was
playing
like
it?
it's like a gimmick. It's
So
like
it's a
gimmick.
real
like,
human playing it.
it's a computer actually doing it. So like the gimmick is
hence the clipping.
computer is
Yeah.
doing clipping and all this other stuff that like basically breaks the whole game, and you're like, holy shit.
Well, that's not really speed run.
Yeah, 'cause
Well,
that's cheating.
hey, they considered it that. Well, hey, tell the Tazbot guys. I don't know.
Tazbot.
Tell the guys who made
you're
the
a
title of the
cheater.
video. I don't fucking know. They should have counted.
I can make a video that says anything.
Yeah.
But nothing other. Nothing.
The
to
human
watch.
speedruns are very impressive. Like Mega
They
Man
are.
2 and stuff.
The
Sure.
most recent one I ever
They're
watched
crazy.
is the guy who did Outer Lands in like an hour or less than an hour.
Really?
He beat the new Outer Lands game in like 30
Oh, Borderlands, you mean?
Outer Lands.
Oh,
Or
Outer
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
The one that's like Fallout?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then the guy did it and then sent the video to the developers.
Yeah.
And then the developers did a video of them watching it. And they're just like, holy fuck. Like, we fucking worked on this game for fucking 5 years.
Someone cracked it.
And added all these side quests and shit. And this cocksucker did it in 38 minutes. Like, and they're like, we didn't even think it was possible. Like, and then it's a great video to watch because as he's doing it, they're like, oh my God, how did he fucking know that that's the fail safe to do this? And this is the trigger to do this.
It's weird how people
and how he
figure that out.
fucking
Some
found
people,
yeah, he said he's like, oh my God, it's insane how he did that. Like, it's a really good video.
I watched an ActRaiser one where if you get it, if you hit it a certain way, a character, you jump like infinitely, like all the way up and like skip all the platforms.
Like,
I know in Super Metroid,
boss.
I know in Super Metroid, like if you drop a certain way, it drops you a lot faster. Like some of the stuff that like I watch them do.
That's
it's a speed run. What do you expect?
Well, you're not supposed to cheat though.
No, like I mean, play the game obviously, but if
Like
you
the
like
Mario
it enough,
3
you'd be
one,
like,
the guy's
I could beat this.
Bullet,
You know what I mean?
bullet. I'm like, how many times did you play that? Like that's what it should say.
Yeah.
How many times has this guy played this game?
That's a real question.
I just think it's crazy watching people fucking play Mario Maker levels. I'm like, you are a fucking loser.
Some of that shit is
not
crazy.
a loser, but you're fucking Jesus Christ, man.
I think for me, it'd be like, oh, this is so fun building a level, and then when you get playing, like, well,
You have to beat your own level for it to upload to the server.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You can't make the hardest level in the game and be
Yeah.
like, huh, good luck. Like,
Well, that's kinda smart.
You have to beat your own level for
Wow.
it to upload.
I didn't know that.
If you don't beat
nutty.
it doesn't go on.
That's great. That's actually a good thing.
Yeah. Didn't know people just making sadistic levels.
Making
Yeah,
crap.
it's completely impossible levels
Yeah.
to beat.
And then I saw this ROM hack of Super Mario World called Diagonal Mario.
Did you play any games?
I didn't get time to play the
I'm
games.
just asking. I wasn't not getting on you. I'm just asking. So you just watch a lot of YouTube videos.
Yeah, I like you dive in the rabbit hole and yeah.
I just gotta say, real quick, when Ben was at the strip club and the lights came on,
Fucking incredible Hulk.
waiting for destiny.
That's hilarious.
Sad face.
Should be at every minute.
The screen pops open.
He walks out the door and the sun's starting to come up.
The sun was coming up. It was
Oh
like
my-
5 in the
oh my
morning. Because that place doesn't close until fucking everyone's money's gone.
The strippers are like waitresses. They'll say anything to get that tip.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
Sure.
Should I mention it now or at the end?
Sure,
Our
man.
thing. Which one? Now or later?
he's dying to do it. He's dying.
No, I'm just asking.
Go ahead.
It'd be a good plug.
Both.
Okay.
No, you know what? At the end.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll reserve it. I can do that.
No, you can't.
I can. You'd be very surprised. I don't touch a lot of those beers that we do on Bangin' Beers. I'll adamantly sit on those until the time of the show.
Wait till this turns into a secondary beer show.
I'm not saying anything about that.
Go ahead. What do you got, Mark?
Well,
Top that.
Yeah.
well, I enjoyed
Go ahead,
the trailer for I'm Not Okay With This.
Oh yeah, I seen that from the Netflix show.
Yeah, it looks interesting.
The girl gets powers, like superpowers. It looks like she has like force power, like telekinesis, and
she doesn't want
she's
them.
super strength. Yeah,
It's the,
but which like who wouldn't want powers? I don't understand that.
It's the redhead girl from It.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I do know her. She would be a good carry, too.
Meh.
You're right. Footsies.
Also, Malifaux Leagues. Want to know?
How about you?
What? Want to know?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought he was just rubbing it in.
That's where yeah.
No. Yeah, we're 1-0. We're in different pools currently.
So you could be in the championship against each other?
It's possible.
Ooh.
It's a dream match.
Would you lay down and split it, or would you?
No.
No, we have to play
Yeah,
it
we'd
out.
have to. We'd fight it out.
We have to.
That's going to be like Star Wars.
What's the prize
epic
usually? Money
music, fight
or
music
like
going
do they have
on.
like
Sometimes
store
it
credit
is.
or
Sometimes it's store credit. Sometimes it's never money. Sometimes it's store credit, and sometimes the what's the word I'm looking
Henchman.
for? Weird. No, the company has like stuff that they save that's alt models or like rare stuff.
Yeah, like a
it's
variant.
just for events.
Okay.
So sometimes that's prize option.
That's cool.
That's right, yeah.
I was down there the other day. I looked in the new room.
Yeah.
That they just had paints in there so far.
Yeah, I was down Saturday. to play
I
my
was
game.
thinking that was on like where the comic wall. I was
Me
thinking it was
too.
there, and it was like here.
Actually, I thought it was the door that I guess goes outside.
Oh, okay.
That's where I thought they were going with
Yeah.
all that, and I was like, oh, that's not what I expected.
Yeah. I was like, wow.
But yeah, they're expanding.
Ask if we can go there before hours or after hours one day and do a recording. And
I'm
talk,
sure you
and
could,
talk
yeah.
to him about the shop.
You don't want to
I
talk
think
to
you'd
the
like
fat
to.
guy.
Aaron would
The fat guy kinda stinks.
definitely.
I think Aaron would like that.
Yeah, Aaron would be
Hope
like,
he doesn't
yeah.
watch it.
I think Aaron would like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems pretty cool.
No,
I'm
he'll
sure he would.
He will definitely do it.
Or you can even go on a slow day.
We can do our first Not Cool High School on location.
Yeah.
Every other show has been on location somewhere except Not Cool High School.
Hey,
That's a shame. We need to go to a barcade.
Yes, I'm down. We can
Dude,
do it.
there's one Wilkes-Barre Scranton now.
Yeah.
We should do the
there's one in
York,
Effort, too.
the York Arcade.
Yeah, that one's pretty nice.
We should also do the Secret Stash.
Tony and I went.
I would love to go to Secret Stash.
We should do Secret Stash.
Because Tony and I went to that. That was pretty fun. That was pretty fun that weekend. We were listening to... was it Busted Open, the podcast?
Yeah.
The whole drive
no, we were listening to Bruce Pritchard.
Bruce Pritchard. That was actually pretty fun. I want to do another time like that again. That was fun.
Mm-hmm.
Thoroughly enjoyed it.
Secret Stash is nice.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's, if you're a Kevin Smith fan, there's so much movie stuff there.
Yeah.
That is
so
pretty
much.
cool. Yeah.
It's not a very big shop, though. And take a couple bucks because the neighborhood around it is kind of
pricey.
Yeah.
Yeah, red bag.
Wasn't the one guy's Toy Story is in that town too? The guy who always comes in and like,
is it
like, oh, this is actually really rare.
I see him at every con in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Oh,
I forget his name.
His name is
Bruce. Is it Bruce?
I only watched it like twice, so I don't know.
Yeah, I think his name is Bruce. Yeah,
they said he has like a really like cool Toy Story.
He has extensive, like he's like a pop culture guy.
Except the one episode,
he's like a junkie.
He turned down the superhero Barbies. They're like, they ain't worth anything. Yes, they are.
Wow.
Minimum of $50.
Holy shit.
And he's like, oh, and then some guy bought him off the guy in the parking lot for like 20. I'm like, you idiot.
Are you in watching or playing anything else right now?
I have watched my wife play. What's the name of the Star Wars game?
Fallen Order. Jedi Fallen Order.
And I am seriously considering picking up the controller again.
Really?
It's probably been about a year. So
yeah.
There you go.
You guys went to a hockey game or?
So my niece, she is in a choir, and they opened for the 76ers.
That's what it was, a basketball.
Basketball. God Bless America before the game.
Cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
76ers live is a good time.
Yeah, it was surprisingly really good.
Were you higher
not
up?
A bad seat in the house.
Were you high up?
We were really high up, but because of the whole choir thing, we paid next to nothing for seats.
But I mean, when you're higher up, they do this really cool thing pre-game where they literally make the entire court a giant holographic. Mm-hmm. And like it looks like the court, like they bring the bell out and they ring the bell, and every time they ring the bell, the court looks like it breaks apart.
Oh.
So it's like a big 3D image on the court. So it literally breaks apart, and then they play a movie on the court. So if you're higher up, it's the craziest fucking thing ever.
Nuts.
And like it literally
That's
looks,
wild.
it looks like the court is just lit up.
Yeah.
And like you see like the 3-point line and stuff, and then you see like the foul line just fall out, and it just looks like it's falling down a giant hole. Like everyone who's on the court is falling into the abyss, and then it comes back and it looks like a street ball court. Like it doesn't even look like hardwood anymore. It looks like a street ball
That's
court.
insane.
Then they play like the whole video and like these cool video packages and fucking fire shoot at the top of the backboards.
Wow.
It's so cool. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a really cool experience. And like the stuff they do in between games, like where the fucking dudes come out and doing flips off like trampolines. Like it's a really good time live. Yeah. Yeah, we used to go. We used to win box tickets a lot for where Heidi used to work, and we'd go. And the one time we were in the box, and I'm like, "Fucking, there's a lot of people in the box next to us." And I keep peeking over, I'm like, "Oh my fucking god, it's Allen Iverson!" And I just kept staring at him, like, "Please make eye contact, please make eye." And he's just like, I'm all drunk, like,
Get that guy kicked out next to us.
"Hi, Allen. What's up, AI? Remember that thing you said, practice? Remember that one time you said that?"
You my boy. You still my boy.
Hey, I'm not even a 76ers fan. Remember when you stepped over the guy? Remember that time you did that? Yeah, man. Shut the fuck up and watch the game. Yeah.
That'd be fun.
And that was when the 76ers were like, they lost almost every game of the year.
Oh, what? 3 years ago, you could almost sit courtside for about $30.
Yeah, that was that time.
Oh, holy shit.
Wow.
And I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm going to see fucking Dirk Nowitzki play live. Nope, didn't dress. Seen Vince Carter. Dirk Nowitzki sat in a suit. He's like, I don't even need to play this game. They're fucking terrible.
Yeah, nobody good was playing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, we thought Chris Nowinski for the rest of it had the concussion because I don't know any of these people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, anything else?
Nah, that's the gist of my life right now.
Killing it, boys. Mm-hmm. I feel like I haven't seen you guys forever.
It's been 2 weeks.
Been 2 weeks, been a long time.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
Have the sound clip of Thin Lizzy. The boys are back in town.
Ba-doodle-boom, ba-doo-doom.
No, I want to add this. We talked about last episode. You guys weren't here. I don't know if you got to listen to the last episode.
I did not.
I want to add the when you're at the Grammys and you're talking too long and they play off of music.
Oh, they have that music. Yeah,
I want to add that. Like
that's pretty good. No.
That's gonna be the new Ben.
That's awesome.
That's pretty funny.
That's awesome.
Do they use the same music all the time?
Mm-hmm.
I don't watch them award show because all it is blowing smoke up people's asses.
It's been the same music,
and I can't stand that
since the beginning.
Oh, really?
That's amazing.
Oh fuck, it's playing. Oh fuck yeah! Oh my god, they're playing me off.
Thank you, Agent Jesus. I got to go.
And I'd also like to thank.
You think this fucking music's gonna stop me?
The old school
Politics.
The cane.
Yeah.
What was it? Showtime at the Apollo.
They should still have that cane.
Go.
Get out. Yeah.
So what are you into, Andy?
Unlike Ben, I played Mega Man X and I beat it. I had to cheat a little bit because the last level's hard, but it was fun. I was like, I got it at auction for $20. And I was like, this game is still good, and it's fucking almost 30 years old.
Wow.
1992, 93.
About
What are you playing on? Super?
Yeah, all my retro. I have the Retron 5, so yeah,
Nice.
Super Nintendo.
Nice.
So I played that and I beat that. I had to cheat to beat the one level because it was so hard. And I got Wario Land 1 and 2, and I just played Wario Land 1, and that's fucking hard. Beat the first level. This ain't bad. The second level, I was like, I can't beat it.
The first
Game
one, is that
Boy.
the one where you start on like Rice Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, that game is super hard.
I'm
It's
like,
really
this is-
good.
Yeah.
Super hard.
Yeah, I'm like, this is for children, and it's very hard.
It was one of my favorites growing up, and I went back and tried to play recently. I'm like, I couldn't even get through the first world, like the first boss. I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this so hard?
You bet Ben's big thing. You're a big Wario guy, right?
Wario, yeah.
Yeah, loves Wario.
Yeah. And then I was playing
That's a
that
good one.
that control game, and I got to a boss that's so fucking hard, I think I'm done.
Really?
It hits you twice, you're dead, right? So the boss has telekinetic powers, and it throws grenades at you. And unlike a grenade that should just bounce off something and then blow up, it immediately blows up if it hits you. So you get hit twice, you're dead. There's also other enemies running around that fire rocket launchers at you.
Oh my god!
You can catch a rocket and fly it back with your telekinesis, but there's 6 of them running around where the
you
guy's
can't do
fucking
that.
throwing grenades at you, and there's only some cover. I'm like, and I can't level up because the only way to do the quest I have is to beat this quest to get the upgrade so I can jump the gap to fucking get the items. All I can do is upgrade one gun. I'm like, I think I'm done. It sucks. I hate the game's fun, but like when you get to a boss that's just so hard,
Spider-Man gets stiff.
and it does. I give up on Spider-Man when
I
you have
hate
to fight
when you end a game like that. It
the-
sucks. I hate when he ends a game. He's like, I'm done. I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, but it's not fun anymore.
Yeah.
Especially I have 6 more games that I haven't played. I'm not going to fuck around and do this when I hate it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to play the games that are fun. So I think I'm done with Control. It was good up into that boss. I looked online. There's a bunch of people. This is too hard. Why is this like this? And there's, of course, some dickheads. Oh, I beat the first time. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't walk in there with no upgrades and beat it. I hate them guys. So it was a fun game up until that. So I don't like how the bad game design.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
You got to rock some Marvel-inspired gear at PPW. And I guess...
Oh, yeah, but I have had that.
Yeah.
I have so many pairs of wrestling tights that, like, if I don't wear it for a while, people are like, oh, that's new. I'm like, no, it's not.
So he has a pair of trunks. That's your tag team gear.
I actually
right?
have 2, yeah. I have
man.
one that's slightly different. It's like it's blue on one side and red or blue and yellow, and then like the X-Men symbols are real big, but it says AH.
Yeah.
It's like black in the middle.
These ones with the Wolf. It looks like Wolverine's gear.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wolverine's pants. He actually got a chant like when he came out. People were chanting Andy Marvel.
Yeah, which I'm like, that.
And I went over and gave him pins. You like Andy Header? Like, yeah,
I
love
didn't
him.
even know who they were.
And there was like those 4 like teenage girls in the front row that were screaming for you. As soon as you come out of the cloud.
It was to the left, I think. Maybe it was to the right.
So,
I
like, yeah, as soon as you come out, you go right down. And
Yeah, yeah.
They're always giving you a standing O. I went and gave them all pins.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
well, it was a good time. I don't like to do 2 shows like that at once, but okay, I'll get in more of that in the wrestling show.
Yeah.
But that one was canceled because of weather.
It was
And then
fucking
like,
freezing out. It was so. Oh, at Sambo show couldn't go because they didn't have a ride.
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's why they showed up. I go, what I thought you guys were doing there, and they go, oh no, we couldn't get a ride. I'm like, but you could get a ride here. I don't know. I didn't get into it. I don't know.
I was like, you could have got a ride at Andy.
Well, no, they were going to do it the reverse way. They were going to go there first and then
okay.
PPW. So I don't know.
Yeah, but it was fucking cold out that night. It was so fucking cold. Andy literally, we'll talk more about tomorrow, but I'll let you guys know here. He literally gets out of the fucking ring, puts his jacket, like his ring jacket on, grabs his bag, and runs right out the door with no shirt on. Soaking wet from the
Wait,
match.
what? It's like, I gotta go. I made it with 5 minutes to spare, and I was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
It was farther than I thought to get to Mayfield, which is a little bit past Scranton.
Well, I'll talk about.
So I'm not gonna do that anymore.
Yeah, it was I'll tease a little bit of that I want to talk about tomorrow. I mean, if you watch both shows, then you fucking deserve it. I'm not gonna tease. I'll just tell you, it's being a part of like now being behind the curtain and being backstage a little bit and seeing. Like, I see Andy every day. I see him twice a week. Like, fucking love the dude to death. But, like, and knowing I've seen him as a wrestler for way longer than I've seen behind the curtain.
Remember I was talking about blowing smoke at people's ass?
No. I'm dead serious. Like, he fucking, like, he's...
Play the music.
Like, it's really cool to see him do something he's super passionate about. Like, behind the curtain, he's fucking, like... The Headbangers family was over to the right.
Not to interrupt you, but this is fuzzing like crazy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's just bump here.
It's just the left side.
Is it?
Yeah.
If it does, just kind of toy with this a little bit. But the Headbangers family was to the right, and Andy's about to hit this. Like, he's literally, his music's playing, and he's soaking himself with water, and he's headbanging, and he's just fucking getting super into it. And, like, the people next to him, he already won them over before it hit the curtain. Like, they got up out of their seats and walked over to see you.
Oh, that's cool.
Like, because, like...
Yeah, I don't know who they were. I guess they came with the Headbangers.
Yeah.
It's like their girlfriend or wife, whatever.
Yeah, but, like... Just to see him, like, he gets in a different zone. It's fucking awesome to see. And like when he's backstage, like, yo, like, and he's going over the match and stuff. And I was like, it's just fucking cool to see your friend like that's super passionate about something
in the zone,
in their element. It's just really cool. Like I'm like that's my boy right there. Like
awesome.
I get hyped for
yeah,
you.
That's fun. I wish I could have stayed and then like hung out with the guys. And like I was there, and like I didn't even get to talk to anybody. That's why I don't like doing 2 shows at once.
Yeah. Yeah, people were looking for you. Like, yo, he had to do another show.
Yeah, so that's
it'd be funny if you like got hit into the corner and like you reach in the turnbuckle and pull out your remote start and you're like beep beep.
Yeah.
Put it back in.
The Rumble, they did a Rumble. And halfway through the Rumble, he pulled a can of Red Bull out and chugs it in the ring, like pours it all over his face and his hair, and he chugs it. And then he fucking he started beating everybody up. It was the highlight of the people.
That's awesome.
I thought that was a good spot, but I don't know if there was a good video of that.
I don't know, but people loved it.
Oh.
He was right on, you were right on Hardcam when you did it.
Yeah, I'm
but it was fucking cool.
I had the ref have it in his pocket. That's what I was like, oh, Jeff, give me that. I was like, where did you get that from? I don't know.
The ring's sticky.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it.
But if you are a fan of the show and a fan of Andy, and you haven't seen him wrestle, definitely go do it. It's a good time.
Mm-hmm. We got 4 shows coming up in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Damn.
Definitely go. We have one.
That's going to be fun.
Saturday, the return of Outbreak.
Friday, Saturday next week.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll get more into that later.
Yeah.
So I didn't get to watch anything. I wanted to watch Lock and Key. I haven't started yet because I read the graphic novels.
I want to see it too.
They're very good.
Yeah.
Graphic novels. And I've only watched 1 episode of Sabrina. And I'm like, wow, man. And I've heard Harley Quinn's good. And I want to watch that. The final episode came out.
I watch stuff on Netflix, but I don't remember what I'm watching.
When you take a break from your hustle, that stuff will still be there.
Yeah.
Get your hustle on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Good for you.
Yeah.
So busy, I just can't watch stuff.
I don't really get to watch or play. My Switch has been getting more action because I don't have time to sit in this chair and play Xbox.
I got Super Lucky's Tale. I didn't play it yet.
Yeah,
it looks
like
great.
I literally sit at this. This is my fucking life. This chair. Like I'm just fucking glued to that chair, and I just edit all day long, and I just play Switch while I'm sitting here waiting.
Your ass is imprinted into the chair.
It is. It's crazy. But let's have some snacks. What's that? What do I do with it? Oh, I'm trying to find my face.
It does blend in.
So these are the creamy yogurt flavored coating Skittles. I guess it's still the original flavors, but it's coated in a creamy yogurt.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I'll try one, but
yeah.
Yeah, no flavor
Hey,
changes.
Speaking of that, so there's a new Mountain Dew coming out, and it's called, I guess New Year's Day was just canceled. That was the peach one. This one's called Frostbite. They didn't say what flavor it is. It's light blue.
Yeah, I wanted that peach one so bad.
Yeah. And it's canceled. Yeah, we're not doing that now.
So they're just white.
They look ugly.
They look like eyeballs.
Yeah,
they do look ugly.
And you don't know what flavor you're getting because they're all white. And there's just a black S on it. Whoa. They look like a generic, generic Skittles Scattles. They have Skittles, but they got Scattles. You know, like, I can't think of a generic, like Lucky O's instead of Cheerios.
Get a picture of that wrapper.
Scattles.
Goddamn Scattles.
I don't know what flavor it is.
I tried to bite it in half.
They're just as bad as those yogurt covered raisins.
Yeah.
So,
who's the genius thought that
it's literally
this was
just
great?
Yogurt over top of it.
Yeah.
They're all right.
That initial bite is creepy.
It is kind of creepy.
I'm not a big yogurt guy, so
they're not terrible though.
You know what kind of reminds me of?
No, they're all right. You're just broke.
Yogurt. Did you get all yogurt?
You're just empty.
That's a scattle.
Yeah, that's the Scattles. Scattles dupe.
I just been scattled.
You got burnt. You thought you were getting a Skittle. Fuck you. All yogurt. That's what we're trying to get rid of that batch. Joke's on you. This is all semen.
Oh,
These aren't even real. I screen printed that.
Yum.
Taste the Blackwell.
Skittles dips. I don't know. These aren't for me. I wouldn't buy a pack of these.
You know what they kind of remind me of? Like a Tootsie Roll with like the chocolate into them. They have like that like weird like chocolate like fruit taste.
How are you getting chocolate out of all that?
I like that he said chocolate. A Tootsie Roll with chocolate in it.
There's not even a hint of chocolate in this.
No, I mean the Tootsie Pops. I mean.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, I apologize for that.
Oh,
that was my goof up.
Unless that S is chocolate. I mean, I don't...
Scattle.
I think he means the consistency wise.
Yeah, like if you're eating like a yogurt and then you get that little bit of the fruit, like it has like that weird.
Skeetle.
Skeetle, boy. No more.
You were sitting on that. Yeah. As soon as it came to your bed, like, this is coming out right now.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
All right.
Skeetle.
Oh, boy.
Let's get into it.
Okay, it's not real long. So
I'm really excited about this.
Handwritten notes.
Yeah, terrible handwriting. I don't have a printer, so I can type it up, but it won't do me any good.
Your handwriting is not bad just from seeing it there.
Yes, it is.
It's not bad.
it's a fifth grader handwriting. It's all like sometimes I get like lazy and like my W would just be like a comic, like a U with a little, and I'm like, this
drops off.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, come on, are you that lazy? It's hard though. Then like, I didn't write for like the longest time. I'm like, I forget.
I forgot how to write.
Andy's inner dialogue is yelling at his own. Like, you're that fucking lazy, Andy.
Fuck your handwriting. Terrible.
I like how you go upper, lower.
Well, it's whatever, you know?
It's whatever.
That's all.
It's Wild West up in there.
That's all capital in my mind here. But sometimes, like, if you see, like, I'll just put a random capital in there. Like, I can't find one offhand. But
I believe.
It's like, this is easier.
Yeah. Just go for it.
Well, whatever's easiest.
You're the one who has to read
What
it.
if it was shorthand? That'd be amazing.
That would be amazing.
What if you couldn't read it then?
Orange is gross.
I don't even know what color
mouth.
I had. I'm going to assume red.
I think the red one tasted more of like the Tootsie Pop, for me at least.
Orange is gross always. Just if adding yogurt to it didn't change it.
It's supposed to be a creamsicle. There's somebody out there. Oh, dude, these Skittles with yogurt are so good.
This fucking yogurt.
They're so good.
Love these
I ate them all
Skittles.
once. So, yeah. So I'm going to talk about Red Sonja. That's what I'm. And not the movie. So if someone's like, I bet someone's like, oh, that movie, it's terrible. Don't watch it. I'm going to get into it a little bit. But.
We did have the person in the movie we kind of talked about last podcast because she was in a cult. She was raised in a cult.
Was it Nielsen?
No, the picture you put.
Oh, yeah. That was like, yeah, but that's not, that didn't actually happen.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
There was a fan-made movie where they wanted her to be cast, Rose McGowan.
Well, no, that was actually, it was on, okay, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
But anyway, so Red Sonja, she's basically female Conan. And she's connected to Conan because that's her first appearance. It's Conan 23, that's why I brought that one. And mine's a little banged up there, but
may I touch it?
Yeah, sure. You can look at that, and then I brought this big old honking one, so you can actually see the art without opening the comics.
Yeah,
honking huge.
And then this one, I know, sidebar here. This one is all done in red, black, and white.
Nice.
So like, and
that's like Sin City.
Yeah. So if you look at it, like, see how like the blood is red, her hair is red, everything else is black and white. Let me get a little picture here. I know this is terrible. So you can see like.
That's
so
awesome.
if you want to look through that, that's
nice.
Now, what is the big book? Is that like her complete run?
This is the Gail Simone when she was writing, and I'll get into it. So that's like every issue that Gail wrote, 1 through 18, is all right there. That's the best. So that's why I brought it, and then so you can look at it without opening the comic book. So, 1973.
I'm just gonna move you here.
Yeah, move wherever until. Give me that. I'll put that on for. So Marvel had the rights to Conan. I'll go in this. So the rights are back and forth. It's a little weird. So Conan had novels, and it was created by what's his name?
Ron E. Howard.
Yeah, Ron E. Howard.
In the 20s.
Yes.
Is he one of those public domain characters like Hercules?
No. This guy, that Ron Howard guy, not Ron Howard. What's his name? I have it written down here somewhere.
Like Dracula.
I didn't want to go too much.
Like, when something's been out so long, they're public domain.
Yeah, but not Conan. This guy is Robert E. Howard. So he created Conan, right? And then Marvel got the rights to make Conan comic books because there was magazine websites too. So when Conan was at Marvel, there was 2 guys writing Conan, and they created Red Sonja, and that was Roy Thomas, not to be the guy with Matchbox 20, and Barry Windsor Smith, right, the writer and the artist. So they create her, but technically she's a Marvel character, but not really because it's a licensed book, even though Marvel doesn't license stuff, even though they have Conan right now. So Red Sonja's a Marvel character, but since these guys created it, they had the the smarts to say, well, we're going to trademark her, so if we ever leave, we can take her, but not Conan, but she exists in Conan's world. Mm-hmm. So it's like there's a continent called Hyboria and Hyrcania, where Red Sonja's from, and Samaria is where Conan's from, and they're both in this thing, right? And they can mention each other's home world, but they can't say the character's name when they're not in the same thing. It's like in this they could, right? I'd not go about the rights, because the rights are pretty cool how it happens. So eventually Dynamite Comics gets Red Sonja's rights, so they can mention Samaria, and they can say that guy, the big barbarian guy with black hair, but they can't say Conan. And in the Conan book, they can say, oh, the redhead wild lady from Hyrcania, but they can't say Red Sonja. It's crazy. So she's not, she's technically a Marvel character, but not really. So
I was going to ask a question, but it's probably going to segue into something later. If it is, you can just stop me. Is that the reason why maybe in the TV shows, instead of making Red Sonja, they went with the Xena?
No, that's totally different.
Because Xena was like... Xena and Conan were...
No, Xena and Hercules.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, sorry, my bad.
There was a Conan...
I got them confused.
There's a Conan the Adventurer TV show I found doing this that was on in the mid-90s, and then Red Sonja's in. Wow. I took a picture of her because she's super hot, but I didn't even know there was a Conan live-action TV show. I remember the cartoon.
Me neither. I would have watched it.
Yeah. So I guess it was short-lived. I think it was only on for a year. So anyway, Conan 23, her first appearance, and then 24 is her first full appearance, because they do a thing. She's only like 3 pages. Yeah. And she didn't have her... She's known for her metal bikini there. That's her thing. The metal bikini. And a lot of times they try and get away from that. Yeah, chainmail. They try and get away from, oh, she's too sexy or whatever.
She's very full-figured.
Yeah, so in that first appearance, she's always thick. Full. And she's supposed to be like 6 foot.
She's got some hips. She got a booty on her.
Yeah, where do you see this cover? She's an Amazon, basically.
Yeah, right.
And that's where her currently is. Or her, I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Hyr... Where do I have it? Hyrkania. So Hyrcania. I don't know. I couldn't really find out how to say it. But anyway, she's partially based on one of Robert E. Howard's other characters, and she was called Red Sonja of Rogatonia, who was like 1920s. He wrote a story about her, and she was like a swashbuckler, like totally kind of not really like this Red Sonja. And also he had a character named Dark Agnes, who Marvel just put out a book of, who was kind of another swashbuckler redhead chick, but she had short hair. So they kind of put both these together, and that Red Sonja was spelled with a Y. So they figured when these guys went to bring in the female character for Conan, they would spell it with a J, Sonja, to make it more Conan-like. So I don't... Whatever. Anyway, so they placed her in Conan's world in the Hyborian Age. That's when Conan is. And like I said, she hails from Hyrcania, which is like on the other side of their continent. And I said how the Samaria connects and everything. So then I'll get to her origin. So we'll get into a little crazy thing. And if you want to show it, I'll show you in this book where it happens. So she's living with her family. She's not a warrior yet. And mercenaries come and they attack her city. And they kill her mom and dad and her brother. And then they rape her. And then she was... They would later retcon this. I'm going to try and find it right here. They rape her, and then she's praying to the god Skakaf. She has a real weird name there. So they don't actually show any penetration or anything. But here's the guys.
They want a goblin, goblin rape.
Yeah, goblin rape. Which I don't like this origin. And I like how they got rid of it.
That's a cool villain.
Yeah. Cool. Where's her name? I have it here. It's Skathath or whatever. But anyway, they burn her house down. She's like crying out for help for this goddess, and this goddess comes and says, "I will give you the powers of a fighter, of a barbarian, and everything, if you agree to only have sex with a man if they beat you in combat." Which is like, who the hell thought this up?
That is very ridiculous.
So she agrees to it, and then she gets the powers, and she goes and she kills all these dudes. So it's a weird thing. I think like in Marvel comics,
she has a lot of sexual frustration.
Yeah, which is weird. And it's like this was a Marvel comic in the 70s. But this origin story was in a Conan book first, which is like...
That art is awesome.
Yeah, this art is... There's a really cool thing if you go back then of Red Sonja, like kicking ass like later on. This art's... the whole idea of the red, white, and black is awesome. Mm-hmm. So that's how she gets her powers, and the original thing is this goddess... I don't know how to pronounce it. It's weird when you look this stuff up, there's no like pronunciation.
Right.
So like I was saying, she attempts to fight back, but she can't lift her brother's sword because she's a weakling little girl. And then after they have their way with her, she cries out for revenge, and yeah, it's Thatch. and then she gives her the powers, incredible powers, as long as she says to never have sex with a guy unless he bests her in combat, which is so dumb. Gail Simone in this book gets rid of that completely. So
she starts taking dives.
Like I said, this is later, later retconned, and she's not raped, and there is no goddess, and they kind of just do away with that. And then she's more like a Punisher or Batman. So,
but the goddess is in the Robert E. Howard books. Is that?
No, I don't. I think the goddess is. If you got the rights to Red Sonja, you got the rights to her.
Oh, okay.
Which is weird. Like Lady Death is like that too. Like the guy he had KS Comics sidebar here, and he was fighting. Somehow the rights to KS Comics went to like this publisher, but he was fighting to get. Even though the guy created everything, Brian Pulido, he got Lady Death back, but he got nothing else. And it's like, but he created it all, which is terrible. So she's in Conan for those two things, and then they actually make her. Where's the other comics out here? No, right there. Let me see that one here. So she's in Conan, and then they have Marvel Feature, which was a book that's been around for a couple years at this point. This is 1975. They think, hey, let's try and give her own series. Even though it's Marvel Feature presents Red Sonja, she gets 7 issues there, and obviously she is very buxom, and she's basically female Conan. They introduce her villain there, which is Kulan Goth. He's like an evil sorcerer, and that runs for 7 issues there, and that's actually Gil Kane, who did a lot of Green Lantern covers, and John Romita Sr. did some of that art too. So, yeah.
Do you have all 7?
I think I'm missing one of that one. I have there's a whole run that's like before this one that I'm missing a bunch of books of. Like all these old ones, I have almost all of them. So then this actually goes to 1976. Then 1977, it's like, hey, let's actually call the book Red Sonja, She-Devil with a Sword. That's when they come up with it. Well, they have that there. That's like her tagline. So that one runs for 15 issues. That does pretty well. That goes to 1979. And then there's a little bit of a break. See, that's why this is going to be weird. A little bit of a break. Then 83, they do 2 more issues. I didn't bring them. It's just 1 and 2 issues. And then 83 again. Then they do 1 through 13. They bring her back. But now they put her like more clothes because they're like, oh, that's too sexy. So they put her in like this blue like tunic thing. And she has like bigger boots and stuff. And it's all right. It's not that great. And that goes to 86. And then in that time, 1985, they do the movie, which is I'll get into a little bit. Actually, then they also did a comic for the movie. There was 2 issues, and it's just as bad as the movie is. So there was a couple people they tried to get, and they were all actresses that I had no idea. So I didn't even write their names down because I'm like, I don't even know who they are. They get Bridget Nielsen because she's a big Amazon. She's legit 6'1", 6'2". That'd be Sonja. They wanted Arnold to be Conan, but because of the rights, they only had the rights for Red Sonja. They didn't have the rights for Conan. So Arnold is High Lord Calidor. So he couldn't be Conan. It was going to tie in, so loosely it's Conan 3, technically, but not really. And it's more based on Robert E. Howard's The Red Sonja of Rogania, which is the Sonja with the Y. So I was looking some stuff up. It has 15% on Rotten Tomatoes. And Arnold said, it's the worst film that I ever made. And then when his kids are bad, he'll make them watch this 10 times as punishment. And he said he has no problems with his kids. So, and even Siskel and Ebert at the time gave it 2 thumbs down, and it's all negative reviews, and the movie is terrible. So don't watch Red Sonja in the movie. So then 2008, the second film was planned by Robert Rodriguez, which I was like, this would be awesome. That's the one that was written about Rose McGowan I shared the picture of. And she apparently hurt her arm and couldn't swing a sword anymore. So they just canceled that, and it was back and forth. And then I have it here. There was different writers, different directors, all that were announced. And then lastly, in 2019, some Jill Soloway was announced to sign on to write and direct it. And that was the last of it. But in what was it? I wrote it down here. Yeah, in 1999, there was a planned TV show with, of all people, they had eyed to be Red Sonja, Sable from WWE. Oh, wow. Yeah, which that would have been something. I'm sure she was a terrible actor, but
she had the boobs for it.
Yeah, she had the body be Sonja, but would she have dyed her hair? She probably would have worn a wig. So,
dude, could you imagine Brock Lesnar as Conan?
I know. Brock as Conan, Sable's Red Sonja. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna beat that ass.
They look good. And Paul E's some sorcerer. Like. So the movie does so bad that it kind of kills the comic for 20 years.
Wow.
So 1985, the movie, the comic comes out. They put nothing out for 10 years. 1995, I couldn't find info on this. So there's Red Sonja Scavenger Hunt and some Marvel. I found the picture of it, one shot, and I think they were just doing it to keep the rights. And then Marvel just fucking said, oh, we're not doing swords and sorcery. We're just doing superheroes. And they let the rights go. And then said in 98 there was one Red Sonja 3D. I couldn't find anything about it. And then also A Death in Scarlet by some company called Crossplanes. I couldn't find nothing. So that's like basically from 1985 because of the movie until 2005. There is nothing. No Red Sonja at all, except for that one issue that I didn't even know about. And then finally, Dynamite Comics, who does a lot of licensing. They had Green Hornet. They have
the Warriors.
Ash and
They did a
Evil.
yeah, they did.
Conan.
Yeah, Vampirilla.
They then owned Conan at this point, right?
No, Dark Horse has Conan, right?
Okay.
So Dark Horse has the rights to Conan. Marvel let Conan go too, even though they have it back now. But what they did, what there was crossovers. I'll get into it. So, 2005, what do I have here? Let's see here.
The one guy that she can actually have sex with is not in her universe anymore.
You can't talk about him.
Yeah,
you can only call him that big guy with the black hair. So, I'll see it in the comics. They did.
She's just fucking pissed off.
So they got the rights, Dynamite, and they brought her back, right? And wait to hear this. This runs for 80 issues.
Wow.
And this is 0. I don't have 1. I have like 3 through 10, and then I don't have anything till 55, and then I have a bunch of random ones till 80. And they also, during this time, they also do miniseries like Queen Sonja, Savage Sonja.
When does this run start?
2005.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's I forget who does that art, but that's pretty sweet.
Great art.
Yeah, there's a bunch of awesome covers that I want to bring, but I'm like, I don't have to bring everything.
No, this is a different run. I'm sorry.
No, this is a different run. So, in 1 to 34,
they really like skulls.
Yeah. Well, that's like sorcerer.
It's like
it's always heard
thing.
like fighting monsters and sorcerers and shit like.
For anybody that doesn't know, the whole Sumerian, like the Robert E. Howard universe, it's fantasy, but it would be like dark fantasy.
Yeah,
everything's like
Warhammer.
Yeah. Super.
It's not
over
like,
the edge.
Yeah,
death,
it's not like happy.
No, there's no elves prancing around the woods. No, everyone's dying.
Yeah, it's all mercenaries killing people and everything.
Right.
So
no happy endings.
In this series, 1 through 34 is about the original Red Sonja, right? So then they say she dies in issue 34, which I don't have, and a new Sonja takes her place, she's called a reincarnation, but she's also a distant relative. This is stupid.
How's that work?
Right? Yeah. So this Sonja is a noble woman who is known as the most beautiful and fearless woman in all of Hyrcania, and she has a sister and a niece, and this Sonja has a husband called Lord Daniel. It's like totally different, and this one's like she's like not social and stuff, and it's just I don't know where they were going with this whole idea. So her husband eventually gets killed. Miss Sonja, who isn't as skilled as the original Sonja, starts to train, and her whole thing is she's gonna go back and kill the guy who killed her husband, and she goes on a pirate ship, and that's kind of how that one just ends. And it's like, all right, issue 80, okay, and then it's like this weird like she's like unpowered Sonja, so it'd be like a Wolverine that just I don't have a healing factor.
So it became almost a title. You're the Red Sonja.
Yeah, and it's like that's stupid. And then Gail Simone came along. Gail Simone's really good. She wrote Birds of Prey. Not the movie, the comic, and a bunch of other stuff signed by right there. And that's Jenny Frison does that cover. So she comes along, and she said she loves Red Sonja, and she's going to write it. They got that Dynamite. So she does 18 issues, which is all right here. That's why I said the complete Gail Simone Red Sonja. So what she does, like I said before, she gets rid of the whole rape thing. The mercenaries come in, they kill her mom and dad, they kill her brother and sister, they burn the house down, and she escapes, but then she lures them into the forest, and she kills them one by one. So she actually starts to get and then she's like basically Punisher or Batman.
Going on pure
rage. So they call this like a soft reboot. And that's why I said she was never raped. And that one goes for 18 issues. And if you're going to read one thing in all of Red Sonja, this is the run. This is the best run right here. So, the Gail Simone run. And then it goes to, when she leaves, Marguerite Bennett takes over and see if they try and clothe her again. They always do the thing where oh, she's too sexy. We got to clothe her. This run is all right. I actually had it signed by her and the artist, Anik. So, and she did that cool paint marker. This one's okay. This only goes for 5 issues. And then it goes to Amy Chu, who takes a thing where she takes classic Red Sonja and puts her in current day New York.
So interesting.
It's pretty cool. Actually, she goes and she's like, "What's this subway?" And she's like trying to hit the train with her sword and stuff. And then the sorcerer poured her to New York. But then she's like, she has this cop that kind of understands the language that the monsters are speaking. And turns out he's like a distant relative of the sorcerer. And then they go back in time and stuff. But anyway, that run's pretty good. And then it goes to this one, which this cover is awesome with Amanda Conner. That's with Mark Russell. That's the current book. And now she's actually a queen and she has an army. And I don't like this one. I'm still getting it just to get it. So. That's basically Red Sonja throughout the years. And I have some facts. So she appeared in the 1997 Conan the Adventurer live-action TV show. And the one episode is called, shockingly, Red Sonja. And Angelica Bridges plays her, who I took a picture of her. I know this is terrible for the radio. But I was like, I don't know who Angelica Bridges is. And I was like, I wish I did. because she's smoking hot.
Wow.
Yeah, so she was Red Sonja in the Conan show that I didn't know existed. And I said the planned thing about Sable being her. And over the years, she got many miniseries, and they teamed up with a lot of people. She actually teamed up with Spider-Man in like the 2005, and Mary Jane got possessed by the spirit of Red Sonja because they're both redheads. And then Kool and Goth got the Venom symbiote, so that was kind of cool. And then they teamed up with Conan, obviously, and Vampirilla. And the wackiest one is the one I currently get. It's Red Sonja and Vampirilla meet Betty and Veronica.
From the Archie comics.
Yes.
Archie meets everyone.
Where they go through a portal and they go to Riverdale.
Oh, wow.
And they disguise themselves as high school students.
Wow.
Because there's people killing the kids in the high school and drinking their blood. Vampirilla. So that one's way over the top. It's actually pretty good.
You would think she would have to dial it back a lot to go to Riverdale. You know what I mean?
Well,
I would think she's just going killing people.
She joins the football team and everything. And then Vampirilla's like, wow, they're foreign exchange students. Like, they look a little old. And then Veronica's like, they're my cousins. And it's like, it's pretty good. And then she also had, like, in the 80s, it's like 81 through 83, they wrote like 6 novels. But I don't get into novels. So apparently that's Conan has like 35 or something like that. So that's
I've read them, actually.
That's basically it for Red Sonja. Kind of a lesser known character. I really like her. I like my Amazon women.
Yeah, as I say, fuck, marry, kill. Red Sonja, Wonder Woman, She-Hulk.
Who do you kill there?
No. Get rid of She-Hulk. Lady Death. I know you're a big Lady Death fan.
I don't know who the.
What are the 3 choices?
So Red Sonja.
No.
Wonder Woman.
Sex. It was
Fuck, marry, kill.
Oh, fuck, marry, kill. I think you marry Wonder Woman. She treat you the best.
Yeah.
Fuck that last one. The truth, though.
I think you got to bang Red Sonja because she's wild. Even though she's a barbarian.
Depending on what canon you have, you better be a good fighter, or you're not banging.
Yeah, you have to fight her first, and then you get to kill Lady Death, but she'll come back anyway. So. That's why I would say that. I don't know. I created her too in Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
yeah. Because you can get the one Siegfried with the big sword, and I'm like, I'll make Red Sonja. And then I swapped her palette and made Lady Death as well.
Nice.
She's a cool character.
She's not in any video games ever.
Wow.
How about that? Ain't that something?
So she's currently owned by Dynamite.
Yeah. So Dynamite has the rights, and Marvel has the rights for Conan. So they can only mention each other, but they can't say their name. But they can say where the lands are. So she can go to Samaria, Conan can go to Harkonia, but they can't meet each other. Which is really weird.
Even in like the Conan MMO, she's not.
I don't think she's in that either. I think they mentioned her. I have the Conan game for 360. I think they mentioned the redhead warrior. I can't say Red Sonja. So it's crazy. Then I don't know if you want to see. There's some awesome art in here, like this. I know this is bad, but she's like cutting off people's heads and stuff in here. I won't be able to find any. But see,
nice.
Right there.
Nice.
This is good stuff. There's one page I was like, wow. But this is the best run. I just got this and I had it in the back of my Jeep and then it fell and I got dead. I was like, fuck. But yeah, this is awesome art here. Oh my god, lesbian.
Little girl on girl.
Yeah. So she's a bi in this in the Gail Simone run. So she likes to have fun, whatever she can. So,
yeah, she needed a loophole. She can't bang dudes. So
yeah. Well, this they got rid of that. She don't have to. No one has to be in her combat to have sex with this one. She's just looking to have party time, and she's like always drunk and everything. And then they're like, "What smells?" She's like, "I haven't bathed in 4 days." I'm like, I smell like blood, sweat, and sex. Yeah. So this one
and stinky chainmail.
She's very much a barbarian in this, because she's basically girl Conan.
It's awesome.
Yeah. So it's a character not many people know a lot about, but
that's a cool.
She's pretty cool. Yeah.
The giant sea snake.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. And that's when she fights the evil Red Sonja. So I'll try and find some cool pages here. But yeah, I like her. And there's not that much. There you go.
Giant orgy.
Yeah. Actually, yes. There's not like a whole bunch about it. There's tons of comics. Like I said, that one ran for 80 issues, except for that 20-year gap, which, see what a bad movie can do? It can kill a comic book, especially in the 80s when
unless you're Mario.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Like in the 80s, like some people would have, like Dazzler had 50-some issues. It's crazy how like some of them had.
It's amazing that she faded in the 80s too, because it's like it's not. I don't want to say it's the height of fantasy, but it was definitely like big. Bumping.
And like I think it's 85 to 2005, nothing. Like oh my god. And also they did a cool thing when Gail was writing. They would get mainly all females to do the covers. I mean, there's some good like Nicola Scott. Fiona Staples.
That's a cool one.
Yeah, so there's some awesome Amanda Connor who did like all the Harley stuff. So that's kind of cool they did that. I mean, there's a couple of dude ones too. And they always put all the covers in the back. But yeah, I like her. If you're looking for one story, get the Gail Simone run from Dynamite Comics.
Cool.
Nice.
That is it. See, it wasn't real long. That was cool.
Why, you got anything to plug?
Wrestling shows.
We'll talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah. Other than that, I don't have nothing. I did get a video game on the Kickstarter. What was the name of that game? It's an NES game. I don't know the name. I'll have to talk about it next week.
Oh, the Raven something.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Cool.
I forget.
They released video today.
Did they? Oh, good.
Mark?
Plug-wise, I thought of something that me and the wife are watching, and I actually don't usually get into it, so I'm going to throw that out there. If you get a chance, watch 911 Austin, I think it's called. We don't usually watch shit like that. Character development's awesome, and if you're a Rob Lowe guy, there's a little bit of Chris Traeger in there.
Oh, and Perkins.
Yeah.
What was he say? I was literally going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he kind of has a little bit of that in his character.
Yeah.
It's a pretty good show.
Cool. What do you got?
Leslie, nope.
I'll go back to him.
I don't want to spoil it for him. I don't have anything going on right now besides what Ben is going to talk about. I'm trying to get ready to ramp up and do my very own podcast.
Yeah.
It's in its infancy. Yeah, my platform is two different styles of show. One would be in studio interviews, intimate interviews with the artist. Talking mostly about background kind of stuff, and then what they're into, and kind of how they got to where they're at.
What inspired them? Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
and then
influences.
And then hopefully, as the artist would want, we would as they would agree, there would be like acoustic performances in studio as well. And then the second part of the show, here's your segue, Ben. There's another part of the show where I would be doing reviews of certain kinds of albums. So with that being said,
Steve and I are going to be doing like live listenings of certain music, and one of them is when I mentioned about that Italian guy that was doing like dungeon synth music. I was like, yo, there's a guy and we want to do a podcast, we want to do a live listen, we want to play the music while we're talking about it so everyone can hear it, reaction style. And not even like 5 seconds that I sent that, I get it from Instagram. He goes, yes, gives me the okay. He gives like all these emojis, and I was like so psyched. And this was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, like Saturday morning. And then I messaged Steve. I'm like, hey, guess what? I got him. I sent a picture, and Steve's just like, oh, God damn it. Now we got to do it now.
No, I did kind of say that. Not in that tone.
Is that going to be one episode thing with Ben, or is Ben your co-host?
For now, that is an episode that we are going to do. I totally have Ben on for whatever, but because I love Ben. But that was I had to tip my hat to Ben because he just reached out there and fucking it fell right into his hands. It's pretty awesome. Mm-hmm. Anytime that happens, that doesn't happen to me.
I want Ben to review Mos Def, Miss New Booty.
All right, I can make that happen.
You have to do episodes that review something that you know nothing about, that you don't like.
You know what? That would definitely be a cool thing. Like we pick
something you never heard before,
certain music. Like you pick an album for me, and I'll listen to it while you're listening as well. The way that we would get through with like copyright and all that, I was telling Steve, we should have like separate iPods and go through the whole album while we're listening to it, and then basically
I don't think they fuck with you on audio only stuff.
I think if you're reviewing it, you might be okay.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
It's a little bit iffy. I was kind of like looking up the myths
I think
of
you
it.
stay
If you're
YouTube.
playing a song, but you're talking over it, like who would download that to listen to that for the song? You know what I'm saying?
I'll look more into that.
Awesome.
Because I just don't want to get nailed, and they're like, oh,
sure.
Fuck, you know what I mean? Like,
and maybe like Andy just said, perhaps if you just stay off YouTube, you might be okay there.
Just do audio. I mean, you could do video too, but you would have to. I mean, people review songs all the time on YouTube.
I know my wife watched. If anyone's familiar with Attack on Titan, she would watch review videos before, like it would come out in Japan. It wasn't out in the States, and she would watch people watching Attack on Titan on YouTube.
You have to do that a certain way. Like, you have to render the video, like mirror it, like reverse it, and then you have to have it where it's like very faded.
I know the screen's
really
tiny. The most of the screen is the person watching it, but then down in the corner you could actually watch it. And Allison was like watching the tiny screen.
Do you guys
just
have
to watch
a name or anything yet?
That was the hardest part for me. I hate names. No. Dungeons and Dragons, dude. I don't even like. I'm like fucking Eric, the bald guy. He's like, I hate
Warrior.
Names.
Did you want me to pitch my idea?
I don't. What's your idea?
With famous people.
It's catchy. It's catchy though, and it might sound like kind of borderline.
What is it?
Did you even tell Steve yet? No, I guess not.
I don't know if you did.
The BSM podcast, Ben Steve's music podcast.
BSM sounds like a...
It's borderline dirty sex.
Yeah.
Why did you put yourself first?
That or it sounds like maybe like a problem going to the bathroom. Like,
I had a really...
Are you guys filming at your house or?
I think we're going to do it at my house. I had a really hard time coming up with a name. Like, I racked my brain forever, and I threw it out there to the universe.
You put BSM out there. He was like, "This is not what I fucking thought I was tuning into."
I Google searched the world to see if there was something out there like that, and there's not. So I think I'm going to go with, you heard it here first, folks, the Steve Miller podcast.
Oh, hey.
I was scared because I was like, there's got to be somebody, and there's not.
You think there would be?
Stephen Miller with a PH is some guy that's a cabinet member for Trump, and he's on a fuck ton of podcasts. So if you type in the Stephen Miller podcast, that dude pops up a million times.
So if someone misspells it, you got to fucking...
Yeah.
You got some pops.
Well, I'm going to have to go with Steve.
I'm saying someone misspells it, looking for him and stumbles on your podcast. Well, you got a little...
I could pray and hope on that one for sure.
Yeah.
Someone looking for the weird Trump cabinet guy.
And then they go, like, there's a cool little fucking audio thing going on.
That would be best case scenario.
All right, cool. I'm excited. Is this going to be on the IWEP network? Are you?
I hope so.
All right. I hope so. I'm down.
No.
Pretty much we talked, and we kind of worked out like this would be the first channel that I'm not involved in. That would be like, he would have his own merch page, his own Facebook page, his own Instagram, Twitter,
just come up
and that's all him. But he would then use the Anchor channel, so he would just bring his files over, or I would just give him the login to upload his own episodes, and then it would just shuffle in with everything else on Anchor. So someone can be like, "Oh, what's this new podcast?" And then it's just part of the IWEP family.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the agreement's really good.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to it.
It'll be fun.
I just need to get that little bit of fire under my ass. I'm dragging my feet. I'm always my own worst enemy. I need to get out of my own way.
Network. It's just all my shows, but now it'd be something that it's like a spin-off.
It's awesome.
I'm excited. I'm
looking forward to it.
Yeah. Equipment wise, you good? You have stuff?
I'm totally straight.
Nice.
I got live cameras for music. I got everything. So
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Am I allowed to come up for a guest spot?
Hell yeah.
All right. What do you have at a day where you're gonna record?
No, it'll probably like be
whenever you
what's
can.
the word I'm looking for? By appointment, kind of. I'll schedule the best that I can, and
that makes the most sense.
I don't know if I could do once a week, and I'm trying to. I want to have. I don't want to burn through everybody that I know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would definitely.
You do once a week, and then 2 months, you're like, I don't know.
I started off with interviews doing 3 a month. Just interviews, I did 3 a month. And then these shows all started, and then I was like, okay, so I brought these other shows on to give more time, more content was coming out to build up for the next interview, and then every other show kind of took on their own life force. Yeah, I'm pumped.
Yeah,
me too.
It's becoming a legit network. I gotta get a new IWEP network banner. If we get a new logo put in there.
The network. The network. They gotta get like a fancy saying.
And another thing I could probably do too is if depending on what day you record it, and you could bring it over. Like, say if you put your file out and you come here on a Tuesday, we can upload it like on an off day of everything else.
Yeah.
Nothing comes out on a Thursday for us.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
So Thursday's like your day where your podcast comes out. And then I'll take your audio file, just take your logo, or if you have video, if you do your own video, I'm not sure how you're going to do it yet, and just stretch and just put the video on YouTube as well, like just audio only. So you're going to get eyes on anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I trust you. I'd give you all the login.
Hey, give it a
information.
shot. At least try it. No?
Yeah.
It's something that I've wanted to do for a very long time.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm not doing myself a service if I don't.
So, is the first episode going to be the Ben one, or is the first one?
It's going to be the first thing I'm recording. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's going to be the first one I'm putting out per se.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get somebody in because I've been working on. I kind of talked to Tony a little bit about it. The show has what's the word I'm looking for? There's almost a format to it, like where the questions are predetermined, and then I use my own conversation skills to make each one different, and make it evolve a little differently.
Interesting.
But I am trying to find that first guest for the music one that I know a lot of musicians.
Yeah.
And listen, how many fucking bands have I interviewed people? I'd be like, hey, you guys want to? I have there's a new channel on our network. It's my buddy Steve. Do you want to go over and bring your band over and do something with it?
Right.
So there's going to be a lot of crossing there.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of bands,
which is awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, if you interviewed the singer and then the second time you interview the guitar player, it's like totally different interview.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Yes.
Honestly, if I had to go back and change things, it is very difficult when a band shows up and you got fucking 6 people at
and
the
they're
table,
all
and everyone's going crazy. I would, if I just put a recommendation out, I would say, no offense to your band, I'm not trying to pick and choose, but I would like to maybe have 1 or 2 of you on at a time,
right?
Because a full band is tough to fucking do.
I can only imagine.
Yeah, tough to keep it going and on track. And
So I'm kind of working backwards from that, where I bring the full band on, and then I tell them, like, if you want to come on and tell your story. Because sometimes a lot of people are more comfortable, because a lot of these bands have never done a podcast before, so they come on and they're comfortable because they're with people,
right?
And they're like, oh, I can do that myself, and they come on solo and they do like something,
do the one-on-one,
yeah. And then if I've already built that connection and they already have a connection with it, and then I'm like, well, this is part of my team, I think it'd be a good transition for you, and you'll have a lot of musicians.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Cool.
I'm just trying to find that first one that I'm so scared. I'm so scared.
Yours will be more structured. Mine, we fucking talk about dick jokes for fucking 38 minutes and pedophiles. Which me and fucking Timmy Mingle talked about pedophiles for like fucking 15 minutes.
Wow.
Well, as long as no one is one, that's
no, and it wasn't like we were justifying it or saying it's good. We were just
I think it's
great. We were literally just like, I think it should be researched more. Like it should be, people should like look into it.
There's definitely a thing there, isn't there?
And then if there's a guy who legit comes out and says like, hey, I have a weird attraction to kids, I need help, he shouldn't be fucking punished for it, because he's at least trying to fucking fix what's
if it's fixable. Yeah,
like if he hasn't acted on it yet, but he's openly coming to you and saying, I need help right now, because like a lot of people don't want to do that, and maybe they fucking fight that urge so long that they go act on it because they're afraid to step forward.
Yeah,
that's what we talked about. It's weird.
They could just go castrate them.
Worst segue ever.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, your show with more structure, mine's just fucking all over the goddamn place. Hence that. Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Every time I bring it up, I have to fucking kind of give a background of what we talked about, so it doesn't look like we're just fucking
throwing
shooting
it around
from the hip. They're pro.
Hey, you noticed the 5-year-old down the street?
Yeah, they're pro pedophile. That's fucking weird. No, but I'm super excited. I can't wait. I can't wait for it to happen. More stuff coming on the network.
Yeah.
And then hopefully another guy maybe starts his back up. Throw it on the network. Because it kind of took a break because it wasn't getting as many listeners.
It's good to take a break, though, when you do a lot of stuff.
Well, maybe take a break.
Sure.
And maybe just do it like every couple months.
Yeah.
Or just major ones. Like, hey, a big movie came out. Or
a movie review,
And we can move it to our channel. Just bring the file over or do your, like, you know what I mean? And I'll help you with it. Build up a little platform.
They should try, like, if anyone else is trying to start up one. That's different from wrestling, or let's say they want to do a sports one. There you go.
Yeah, I'm always open. Like, if you want to start a podcast, so the only thing I ask is, like, when you do the anchor, you get paid for a listen. To fucking split that up would be a pain in the nuts. So I would just say the only fee I would charge.
It's not like you're making millions.
I come over and he hands me 75 cents.
Yeah, he's like, your episode got 62 cents this week. So the only thing I would but hey, if we fucking build up a big enough network, the money that goes into that kiddo would be to help all the shows. Right. You know what I mean? Like it's the network's money. Like, so say if just putting it out there hypothetically, but the only fee I would have is whatever it gets played audio it would come to like us, like the network. But I would help you make your own page. I'd help you with any equipment you may need. I'm not buying it, but giving you the reference tools to do it. I would help. I would let you put it on our YouTube channel if you wanted to do that as well, but that would be the only, like, you would have your own merch, so your merch sold, or if you did anything or you got a sponsorship, that's all your sponsorship money.
You look at it from my standpoint, that's a really fair deal, considering I'm getting to ride his coattails. You know what I mean? Like, he already has something that's established, and he wants to keep my 60 cents a week. That's awesome. That's fair. It's totally fair.
You ain't getting a can of soda for that shit.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I'll put it to you this way. So
it all adds up, though. There's the bottom line for him.
We just
for sure.
hit 4,400 plays total. I didn't start doing the ads until almost a year in, so I lost out on a lot of opportunity. So when we started doing the plays, I think I'm up to like $25.
And the ad's only, what, like 20 seconds?
It's like a 30-second ad.
Yeah.
But I think you get like a penny per time it listens, or 10 cents, or something really weird. I forget what it actually comes out to, or a nickel or something. But we're only up to like, it's literally, since then, I've maybe, it's $25.
You're not, that's why we're not getting $500 an episode.
I'm not in the green, I'll tell you that. But the thing that does benefit that is you do have a channel of people who will stumble onto your show.
Yeah.
Plus, it's easy. Like, there's already people subscribing. So, oh, what's that? I'll check it out.
And the cool thing is you're still doing this show, I would hope. And then you're like, hey, our show is coming out this Thursday. Check it out. Yeah. So you're on another. Yeah, so it's all cross-platform.
At the end of the day, this show, I don't want to get too sappy, but at the end of the day, this show is really important to me. You know what I mean? As far as just doing this. Like me calling or fucking texting you, a total stranger, and being like, hey, I'd like to be on your show.
And we became really fast friends.
Yeah. Absolutely.
That's what it's all
about. The show means the world to me, so it's awesome.
I'm excited to help you grow, because when you first came, you're like, I really want to come to your show. I love it. I like everything that's going on here, but I always have a dream. I want to do it myself.
Yeah, and that was like day one.
And I was like, 100%, I will help you do that, whatever you need, so.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm glad you're going to do it. So that'll wrap it up. The only thing I have is just check out our other shows. We kind of tied it in, and a lot of cool interviews coming up, and we have a lot of cool wrestling content. Like, every show is really starting to pick up, man.
Let's do a show where we just answer questions out of this box.
Well, I tried that with Terrain, and it did not go well.
Well, someone that's a little more open.
Every question was about his masturbation. Like, every fucking...
Give me a card. Pick me a random.
All right, here we go. Let me read it.
I have no idea what this card says. So this is the answer the internet questions as fucked up as you are.
Not a bad one. Debate the internet. If you can go to any sporting event ever, what would it be?
Oh,
any ever?
Yeah.
Does WrestleMania count?
Sure.
Absolutely, WrestleMania.
I would. Yeah.
Now I wonder if it's any could you say I'd like to go to WrestleMania 5 Hogan versus Warrior?
I mean, we can put that spin on it.
Yeah. Okay.
You can time travel.
Well, I've been WrestleMania, Wrestle Kingdom. So yeah, that was an easy one.
Some of them are all about sex. And
I don't care.
Dicks and balls and
whatever.
What's the smelliest vagina? Oh, it's very dude, bro.
I can tell you.
Here you go.
Some are outrageous.
Here's a dick one. Would you rather lose half your dick's length or half your dick's girth?
Ooh. I think it would be better to have a longer one, but not as thick. So I'm going to go with half the girth. You have to choose.
You want just a needle dick.
Well, it's what if
so like a McDonald's.
What if your girth is so big that it's still pretty?
Hey,
big?
They're pretty big.
I don't know.
They're thin still.
Lose half your length, or lose half. Your girth.
Either way. I mean, it's not as good. So you got to pick one.
It's lose, right?
I'm just waiting for the first
it
guy
is
on the podcast.
Lose.
Then I would be at 3.5. Like, and they're like, "Fuck you, that's not happening."
Then I'd be at 6. What?
You're thinking either cocktail wiener or pixie stick. Take your pick.
Oh my god! No, wait. Okay.
Yeah, that's not really that good either. I don't know. I have to really think about that. I'll let you know next time I'm up.
You know that.
Think about this for next week.
There was one on here that said, if you can make your girl's breasts any size you can think of, but yours had to be the same size, how big or small would you go?
That's pretty good.
The devil's advocate shit.
Here's like that. If you got $10,000 a day for every day you didn't masturbate, how many days could you last? $10,000 a day.
Wait, what?
That's done.
So if you got $10,000 a day for every day you didn't masturbate,
I could go a while.
How many days could you last?
For money, I'd
be like, I think I can give that up.
Yeah, absolutely. 10,000 a day.
I think I would go. I'd push it like
Ben would come on
like 2 weeks. I'm like,
no, it wouldn't be that bad. Come on.
So for $10,000 a day, you could pay somebody else to masturbate. I'm just saying.
Yeah. I'm getting my $10,000 check today. You want to come over and just blow me? That's all it is. And then she starts sucking. Like, fuck, I just want to finish myself. You gonna learn today?
She's shitty at it.
I had a girl like that one time. Horrible. And I was like, you're not getting out of it. You better get good or get out. Like, it was like Dark Souls.
Oh my god.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Rap.
There you go. That's a good way to end it.
That'll do it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
This will do it. Here's some Looking Live. And also, it's too late. Never mind. If you made this far and you're a musician and you want to put your songs on our intro or outro, hit us up. All right. See ya.